side, and we have beautiful conditions, not like the last few days. We have sunny conditions here, temperature in the mid-20s, and the winds northwest 22 with gusts to 34 kilometers an hour. This is a mic check from the broadcast desk.
Thanks, Lee. This is a mic check from the outside broadcast desk. Check 1 2 1 2 3 4. Check 1 2 3 4. Mic check 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Mic check 1 2 3 4. Check 1 2 3 4. Mic check 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. How's that sound? Mic check 1 2 3 4. Mic check 1 2 3 4. Level check from outside at the host location. Mic check 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Yes, check 1 2. 1 2 3 4.
So this is a test from the broadcast. That's a good level. Thank you.
Testing 1 2 3 4 from the desk. This is an audio check. 1 2 3 4.
Yeah, audio test from the desk. 1 2 3 4.
Mic check 1 2 3 4. Mic check 1 2 3 4. Mic check 1 2 3 4. This is a mic check 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Mic check 1 2 3 4.
Tom. Post time.
Deep stretch now. Shut the camera up.
Broadcasting live from Prince Edward Island, this is Race Day.
Well, Governor's Bake Week continues here in beautiful Summerside, Prince Edward Island, and we're under Friday night lights here a little later on anyway. Sunset's around 9 o'clock, so we may still be with some sunshine out there, but it's a beautiful day here. That heat wave has sort of left us here, and we're into a little bit of sunshine, temperatures in the mid-20s. We have the wind at northwest, 22 kilometers an hour with gusts of 34 kilometers an hour, and all in all, just a beautiful night. Lee Drake along with Peter McPhee at the HBI broadcast desk, and Vance Cameron in the booth getting ready to call all the action tonight. And Peter, we're going to get two big days left for Governor's Plate 57 before we get there, and tonight we've got lots of action with the Atlantic Sire Stakes and the fillies in action tonight.
Yeah, great looking card here. 11 dashes tonight from Summerside. Race number 5, Atlantic Sire Stakes, 3-year-old fillies, the A division. They go for $18,080 tonight. I think the horse in the rail is going to take some money. Starship Alaska. Mark Campbell is hot. Mark leads the way in the Basil Whale and Memorial Driving for this week. He has 14 wins, so I think he'll be tough in race number 5 off the rail with Starship Alaska. And if we move to race number 9 tonight, again another division of the 3-year-old fillies, again for over 18,000, and the horse everyone's talking about, Bad Girl Bridget here for Jason Hughes. She's been amazing really throughout her career. I think she's got a big shot from post 3 here tonight in race number 9.
All right, so we're looking forward to it. 11 races on the card here tonight. We're already open and wagering, and for you customers here on track, we thank you for your business. For those of you joining us off track, we also thank you for your business tonight. We're going to kick things off with that I'll Pick 5 on the program, that low 15% takeout, and that $2,000 guarantee pool. And then, of course, we have our super high 5s and our late pick 4 on the program. And don't forget, when you're on track, you can tag your ticket with the wild horses. Let's get all the equipment and program changes, everything you need to get through on this Friday night program in Summerside. And the gentleman who calls all the action, the voice of Prince Edward Island Racing, here is Vance Cameron. Vance?
Thank you, Lee, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Red Shores at the Summerside Raceway for tonight's racing program, event number 13 of the meeting. Fast track conditions, 24 degrees Celsius. The temperature at this time in Summerside, the track condition is rated by the officiating members from the Atlantic Provinces Harness Racing Commission. Tonight, the senior judge, Mr. Dylan Allain. The associate judges are Mr. Derek Fallen and Mr. Ronnie Hennessy. Now here tonight's program and equipment changes. In the first race, scratch number 3, Galapagos. She will not go. Race 1, scratch 3, Galapagos. Next change, you'll go to race number 3. In the third race, number 7, Animosity, going from a can't see back bridle to blinkers. Turning over to race number 4. In the fourth race, number 4, It's All Good, adding a tail tie. Turning over to race number 5, the Super High 5. First one of the night in A division of the Atlantic Sires. Number 4, Woodmere Oh Do Ya, adding knee boots. Now turning over to race number 6. In the sixth race, number 1, Howmack Charger, is adding blinkers and removing the Murphy blind. Turning over to race number 7, the Bud Ramsey Memorial. In the seventh race, scratch number 8, Havarti, she will not go. Race 7, scratch number 8, Havarti. Turning over to race number 8. In the eighth race, scratch number 4, Penlanton Rodeo. Race 8, scratch the 4 entry, Penlanton Rodeo. Final changes in the final race tonight. That's number 11. Turning over to race number 11. Number 4, Western Delight, adding a tail tie. That will wrap up the changes at this time on tonight's racing program. The Par-Mutual wickets, they're open and they are selling. And you now have 24 minutes to make your first race selections with the opening post time set for 6 o'clock.
Race Day Live continues from Summerside, Prince Edward Island. Welcome to our on-track and off-track customers. In the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge that the land upon which we gather is unceded Mi'kmaq territory. Abogwed, Mi'kmaq is covered by the historic treaties of peace and friendship. We pay our respects to the indigenous Mi'kmaq people who have occupied this island for over 12,000 years, past, present, and future. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, if you are able, for the playing of our national anthem. to Race Day Live.
Okay, so back to Race Day Live we go. And the Friday night here in Summerside, Lee Drake and Peter McPhee at the HPI broadcast desk for you tonight. It's the pregame right now. We're going to take you through. And just before we get to the field of Governor's Plate 57, as we get through in this Friday night, sunny temperatures, temperature around 24, and we do have a little bit of a breeze tonight, so it's gusts of about 35 kilometers an hour. Other than that, heat wave is over, and we're getting ready now to the countdown to Plate 57, presented by Summerside Chrysler Dodge. And Peter, the Gold Cup ambassadors were announced. We announced them a couple of weeks ago, back on
1st of July.
1st of July, we did that, and we're looking forward to having them, and they have a special message about Governor's Plate 57.
Hi, we're the 2024 Gold Cup and Saucer Ambassadors.
Don't miss the 56th running of the Governor's Plate presented by Summerside Chrysler Dodge.
The Governor's Plate is Summerside's signature race on Saturday, July 20th with a new post time of 4 p.m.
For post times, race day broadcasts, and more, go to Redshores.ca.
All right, so Governor's Plate 57 getting ready to go, and we do have the ambassadors and their special message. We'll get to that, and but we can tell you who they are.
Yep, we can.
So we have 9 ambassadors this year, and of course, we, as I said, introduced them a couple of weeks ago. So Abigail Sherry, Zoe Cormier, Bridget Judson, Nicole Watts.
Yeah, Sophie Freeman as well, Mary Jane Power, Haley Leclerc, and Emily Thistle.
And Mia Josie was also introduced there last week. So the ambassadors are ready to go, and all kinds of great social media clips promoting our race dates and our special events, our signature events, and of course leading up to that big race. But also sending a message on Governor's Plate 57. Everyone's talking about the field, Peter, and I know with the eliminations last Sunday here, and then the draw was Tuesday night. Steve Williams was here representing Summerside Chrysler Dodge. Everyone was talking about the draw. Let's take up the field here for you right now and have a look. 1 through 8 here for Governor's Plate 57. And we're going to slide that in for you.
We know Rollum's on the rail.
We know that, and that's, you know, one of those storylines that we had out today. I know Nick Oakes had some great stories out as well, and Jason Simmons as well with the Guardian and Journal Pioneer. They had some great stories out on as well.
Yeah,
so
Rollum's on the rail for Mark Campbell. Mark's leading the way this week in the Basil Whalen Memorial. And he's got 14 wins coming into tonight, Lee. So they got the rail. And you know what? Rollum hasn't had the inside much this year in the invitational races. So, Lee, I think he's got a big shot here to be well positioned when they leave tomorrow night. I do like his chances on the rail.
I do too, and I think that's the angle I was playing as well. And if you look back in his chart lines as well, when he draws inside, he gets mighty serious and gets to the front there. He could be tough to beat. The guy who could do it, though, is right next to him to one slot to his right, and that is High Voltage Deo. And Corey McPherson will do the driving. Then Bounty Hunter with Kenny Arsnow. And also lining up was Mickey Shan, who won the elimination. Jason Hughes will pick up the drive on him as Campbell did the driving in the elimination. He's committed to roll him, so Hughes picks up the drive there.
Yeah, Twinbee Tough Enough, last year's champion. He's on the cover this year of the program for 2025. It's a dandy shot at Twinbee Tough Enough. And Barrio, of course, has the most wins as a driver in the Governor's Plate. We can't count these guys out because Twinbee Tough Enough, even though he's leaving from post 5, he can certainly race it anyway, so I don't think he needs to be near the front. He can come first up, second over, maybe. I like his chances, Barrio and Tough Enough from 5.
Yeah, and you know, I think he left from 5 last year.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
So there you go.
6 is Tony Tootal and Miles Heffernan Sr. Blood Money from 7. Dr. Mitch Downey, Middleton Terror from 8. David Dowling. That's the field. Good race tomorrow night here. It's race number 16.
I was talking to Warren Ellis, and he was saying how excited he was with the field. And I said, you know what, Warren, really, it's one of those races that anyone can reach up to get it here.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great betting race. And the weather looks good, too. So there it is, the Governor's Plate 57th edition, presented by Summerside Chrysler Dodge. Tomorrow night, our opening post time. Take note of it, 4 p.m. So let's have another message from the Gold Cup ambassadors with Governor's Plate 57.
Hi, we're the 2025 Gold Cup and Saucer Ambassadors.
Don't miss the 57th running of the Governor's Plate presented by Summerside Chrysler Dodge. The Governor's Plate is Summerside's signature race on Saturday, July 19th with a post time of 4 p.m.
For post times, race day broadcasts, and more, go to Redshores.ca.
So there we have it, and yeah, the ambassadors with a special message for all of those with Governor's Plate 57.
Yeah.
It could be historic.
I'm telling you, Lee, you could see Tough Enough go back-to-back, roll him from the rail. Everybody's talking about Mickey Shan. High voltage Dale. We know what he can do late. He can sweep them all late. So sets up to be a dandy. Race 16 tomorrow night.
9 minutes away from race number 1, coming up here on this Friday night at Summerside. And the Isle Pick 5, of course, gets you rolling. There's a look at the paddock cam presented by Atlantic Post Calls. And we have one scratch in the first race, and that's the 3-horse. She Will Not Go.
Evening's first race on the track for Post Parade. DA Stella #1, owned by JD Racing Incorporated of Cornwall, trained by Nick Oakes. Norris Rogers drives. Andy's Diva #2, owned and trained by Blaine McKenna from Summerside. Corey McPherson up. 3 is Scratch. 4, LaVion Bell, owned by Leanne Moyer of Summerside. Kyle DeRoche trains and drives. No Fool Tobago #5, Owned and trained by Gus Cole of Kensington, Brady Sweet. Shadow Princess 6, owned by Redland Farms, Bible Hill, Nova Scotia, trained and driven by Paul Langell. 4 minutes to post time. Lee Drake and Peter McPhee will get you set for Friday night racing at Red Shores Summerside. And guys, it all starts off with the Isle Pick 5.
You know, I really like the branding on the Isle Pick 5, Peter. It's one of those things that we talked about in the off-season, and you and me, Sean, and our dear friend Ken Oakes, who come up with the Isle Pick 5, the name and the brand with the island behind it. Love it. And it's underway here. Picked winner of 5 races in a row. And it starts underway, of course, in race 1, that low 15% takeout, and that guaranteed pool at $2,000. We're going to make our way out to the track, and we get things going here. We get the 3 out of the action, though the 3 is scratched here. We're going to go to the 2 with the Daily Double, Exacta, 20-cent Super, Triactor, and, of course, you can take a ticket with the Wild Horses here on track. This is the 2, Annie Diva, Corey McPherson driving for Blaine McKenna, who's also the owner here in Summerside, and she was a purchase through the London Classic sale last fall, and 2-year-old filly by Cattle Wash charged to the front from the 4-hole in her Charlottetown debut, Peter, and looked very good doing it.
Really good. Like you said, early tussle in Charlottetown, able to get front and controlled it the rest of the way. Won by 3/4 of a length, 58-1, and closed out in 28 seconds. Pretty snappy for the 2-year-old filly. So that was a really good debut. Prior to that, a couple of qualifiers. July 1st here in Summerside, left 2 and was a winner, 2 minutes 4/5, 29-1. So off the qualifier, out to race in Charlottetown and went right down the highway, scoring in 58-1. So back to Summerside. And a great post to work from. Annie's Diva right now is the choice at 1-2.
Okay, so 1-2 to go in the opener here tonight on this Friday night. Governor's Plate Week continues, and this is Shadow Princess leaving from post 6 here tonight. Gets to move in a slot, I guess, really. Shadow Princess, Paul Langell, training and driving tonight for Redland Farms, Bible Hill, Nova Scotia. And she's owned and raised by Redland Farms, and she makes her 9th start of the campaign, Peter. 2-year-old's draw inside here. It's listed on the condition sheet, and she started in 56-3 at Truro, so going to be hard to deny in here, too.
I think she was excellent in the Stanfield there in Truro. Like you mentioned, she was off the rail, sat in the pocket all the way, and she was just nipped late. Second by half a length, 56-3 over Truro. Is a nice trip, 29 seconds on the end of it. You slide down the lines, you see Charlottetown, June the 5th. That non-winner's a 1. Left 4, a little bit of interference early, but able to recover and win 58-2, 29-1. She's a nice-looking horse on the track as well. And like you said, already has 8 starts in 2025. Coming off a good one in Truro, makes the move to Summerside, and like you said, slides in a little bit due to the scratch of the 3. So Shadow's Princess is a big shot here for Langell, 2-1.
So our classifier's choice in here at 6, 2, and 3. Our backstretch beat, and the author is Nick Oakes. He's working a 6-2-5 angle, and on top of that, well, the 3 is out, so you know that with the classifier's choice there. And Peter's looking at a 2-6-5. So looking good. We'll get the post, call to the post out of the way, then we'll go back out to the track. So we get a short field here with the scratch. So we're down to a field of 5 here in the opener here tonight, Peter. And there's a look at the 5 out on the track, getting ready to go. Nice and relaxed out there. No fool. Tobago, Brady Sweet driving for trainer-owner Garth Cole. And, you know, good choice to round out the tractor here, I think, in the short field, and a good price as well.
Canada here in Summerside raced really well from the back tier. You can see winner 58-3 on that day for Brady Sweet. Has since come back 4th, 2 back here in Summerside on July the 8th, and then last time out Summerside as well, 6th, 58-4, but did close out 29-2. Did have a win last year in Truro in 57 as well, and 1 win this year already in 58-3. So like you said, yeah, good choice to round out the try here, and the bettors are taking action on No Fool Tobago 5-1.
Okay, countdown clock's in for the opener here in Summerside. I thank our customers and your business for on track and off track. If you're not at the track, and you can now download the HPI app from the App Store on your phone. You can make your bet from there. The Metro Home Building Center starting gate has the field for the opener. Upstairs for the race call. Here is Vance Cameron.
DA Stella, Annie's Diva, Le'Veon Bell, No Fool, Tobago, Shadow Princess, top of the stretch. Now approaching a start. Ralphin pacing, Shadow Princess firing out, Annie's Diva on the rail, between them, No Fool Tobago, fourth of the turn, Le'Veon Bell, then the trailer fifth, DA Stella, they're at the eighth pole, No Fool Tobago's on the outside, up the rail, that's Annie's Diva, third one on the backstretch is Shadow Princess, Le'Veon Bell goes fourth, and rough gated at the back, that is DA Stella. They arrive at the quarter, led by the 2-year-old Cattle Wash filly, Annie's Diva for Corey McPherson. No Fool Tobago second, 29 and 3 opened it up, right with the leaders third. That is Shadow Princess. Dropping back fourth, Le'Veon Bell, and farther back fifth, that's DA Stella. Down the stretch for time one. The half mile comes next, and Annie's Diva will be the midway point leader. Second is No Fool Tobago, then third is Shadow Princess. Le'Veon Bell is fourth, and the trailer fifth. DA Stella 60 seconds flat. Once the half mile as they move next to 5-8. Annie's Diva gets him there. No Fool Tobago second. Shadow Princess third. Le'Veon Bell well off them fourth, and farther back fifth. DA Stella, we're down to 3 here in tonight's opener. On the lead at 3/4, Annie's Diva getting him there. No Fool Tobago second. There goes Shadow Princess tipping to the outside third. Le'Veon Bell fourth, and DA Stella fifth. 90 seconds flat was the 3/4. Eighth of a mile left to go. Annie's Diva to bring them home. No Fool Tobago second. Shadow Princess on the outside third. Deep stretch now on the wire. Annie's Diva all the way for Corey McPherson. No Fool Tobago was second. Third goes to Shadow Princess. And they open up this Friday night in 1:58.3.
Okay, we'll have a look at the Universal Media slow-mo for you in the opener here tonight on this Friday night in Summerside. And we talked about Annie's Diva in the pre-race. We liked her, and the bettors certainly liked her. Sent her off at 3-5, right down the road here tonight. 2 for 2, Pete.
Yeah, she looks really good. The 2-year-old filly by Cattle Wash, Charlottetown, right down the highway, 58-1, and the same in Summerside, 29-3, 1 minute, 1:30. Corey, great rating here tonight by Corey on this drive here, and they're home and a winner again, 1:58.3. Make it 2 for 2 for Annie's Diva, kicking it off in Summerside on a Friday night.
Well, it looks like a 2-5-6-4 combination, and we'll see the winner next in the Woodmere Standardbirds Winner Circle here at Summerside.
Annie's Diva keeps her young career perfect after back-to-back victories. Tonight she's on top at every call. Bay-pacing filly. 2 by Cattle Wash off the Western Terror Dam Triple Charm. Owned and trained by Blaine McKenna of Summerside. Bred by Matthew Harrison of Ontario. Corey McPherson picks up the winning drive, 158-3. That's the time for the mile. Annie's Diva on a Friday night of Governor's Plate Week racing at Summerside.
This race replay is brought to you by Symes Horse Transport. Based in Nova Scotia and with over 20 years of experience, Chucky Symes would welcome the opportunity to transport your horses when you need them moved. Operating 2 rigs, Symes Horse Transport offers safe, feasible, and timely trucking in Canada and the U.S. Symes Horse Transport is a commercially covered horse carrier. They also buy and sell horses. To book a stall and to get a quote, call or text 902-664-7086 or email st.symes@gmail.com. Good luck racing.
Now the official results from the first race, DA Stella finished 5th, had broken equipment. Annie's Diva the winner. Galapagos was scratched. Le'Veon Bell 4th. No Fool Tobago was 2nd. Shadow Princess finished 3rd. 29-3, 1 minute. 1:30, 1:58-3. In review, 5-1 scratched. 4-2-3. Annie's Diva 320, Exactor 510, Triactor 760, Superfecta 496.
Okay, so welcome back to Race Day Live here in Summerside on this Friday night, and we're going to take you through the HBI Governor's Plate offer. It's on all week. You wager $25 or more, and you get that 5% cash back during this week at Redshores Summerside. For more great offers, you can get all the details, of course, where you can bet anywhere at any time through hbibet.com, and it's now in the App Store, Peter. You can just download it in the App Store and
easy
get it on your phone.
Easy to get, easy to play it.
Easy to download and easy to get in on the action, whether you're here at the track or from home. All right, let's slide in the picks here for race number 2 and the paddock cam for you, brought to you by Atlantic Post Calls. I always look forward to the post calls and their special editions. I know there was a great story with Dr. Don Lane.
And there was.
Coming out. And Kurt Hughes, of course, Rocky Skirman's in there in the mix.
Yeah, Kurt did a nice interview with Ryan DeRoche and the last one as well. So
There you go. And you're working on the rail horse here, Peter. 1,
Yep.
2, and 5.
Yeah, Lauren Valley Live for Heffernan here. I think will be uphanded the action here. The bettors are certainly on board. I'm going to put that horse on top. Windermere on the line for Campbell, who we mentioned is having a real big week already, and I do like the 5 as part of it as well. Moonbound for Dowling here. 1, 2, 5 for me. Backstretch beat tonight. That's Nick Oakes. 1, 2, and 5. Classifier along the bottom. 4, 5, and 1.
Maybe, just maybe, this might be the year where we get to present the Basil Whalen a bit earlier in the card.
It could be, but I wouldn't count everybody out yet, Lee. We'll see.
I'm just joking, but it always comes to the end.
First division of the Atlantic Sire Stakes for 3-year-old filly paces on the second race parade. Number 1, Lorne Valley Live, owned by Barry McLeod of Cardigan, trained by Miles Heffernan Jr. Miles Sr. drives. Windermere on the line, number 2, owned by Windermere Farms of Springvale, trained by Earl Watts. Mark Campbell up. Castaway Moon, number 3, owned by Michelle Panterigan from McPhee's Corner, Nova Scotia. Ernie Laffin trains and drives. Oh Pretty Blaze, number 4, owned and trained by Danny Romo from Shubenacadie, Nova Scotia. Paul Angel driving. Moonbound is 5, owned by Gregory Kirby of Sydney and Nathaniel Smith of Holden, Maine, trained by Chris Davies, driven by David Dowling. Sandra's Pretty Girl, number 6, owned by Kevin Bailey of Sydney, Rebecca McKenzie of Gardner Mines, Nova Scotia. Kevin does the training tonight. Gilles Barriol, 4 minutes to post time. Back down to Lee and Peter with an update on the Basil Whalen top driver standings for Governor's Plate Week.
Yeah, we were joking a little earlier that, it's always a close competition, and it is. I mean, since we started the Basil Whalen Memorial Trophy here in Summerside, I can't think of a year, Peter, that it didn't come down to the last race, and sometimes we couldn't even present it then.
That's right. I think there was a tie one year, Lee, so we had to wait on that. And, it'll come down usually to the middle of the card on Governor's Plate night or towards the end as well.
Yeah,
before
you sort of, you got to forecast a little bit how it's going to end up on the night, right? And you got Barrio and Corey McPherson and Mark Campbell all, in action many times, so they can pick it up. But right now, Mark Campbell going into the card tonight, 14 wins. He picks up his first drive in this one here to lead on. Corey McPherson, when we built the slate, had 6, but now he's up to 7.
Yeah, Corey off to a good start tonight. He won the opener, so he's at 7. And Gilles Barrio, who's in this one as well, Gilles has 6 wins. And then there's a whole bunch of drivers with 3. So we couldn't put them all on the slate, but there's a logjam at 3 as well. Mark leads the way with 14.
All right, back out to the track we go. 1 to 9 shot right now. This is the rail sitter, Lorne Valley Live, coming into the Atlantic Sire Stakes fillies action here tonight. And Miles Sr. drives, Miles Jr. trains, and Barry McLeod of Cardigan is the owner. So she's the richest in the field, doesn't have a win, but that could change tonight.
Looked really good back on June the 12th in Charlottetown. That winner's 1-2, left 5. Miles Jr. driving that day, sat in the pocket all the way, and they were a good second to watch me shake at 58-1, and this horse closed 28-2, raced really well. Since then, you can see went to the Stanfield in Truro and actually raced well in Truro, left 5, sat mid-pack most of the way 6, but charted 55-4 in the Stanfield and did close it out in 28-2. So I'm thinking going to be up-handed the pace here tonight for Lauren Valley Live. Heffernan is an aggressive driver, so I think they'll be on or near the lead here tonight, and the bettors all over this horse, 1-9.
Yeah, she had 7,100 in the bank here, and as you said, coming into this division, Atlantic Sire Stakes looks really relaxed out there right now with Miles, and 1-9. Okay, so let's track along with Windermere on the line here. Mark Campbell, Earl Watts team up, driver-trainer combination, and Windermere Farms out of Springvale. They own this 3-year-old filly, and, you know, coming into it tonight, I must say Windermere Farms had a big night last night with Windermere Sky winning her gold division to remain perfect. Matt Burke, also the owner of that filly. And this combo of Campbell and Watts seem to be working really well here, so I think that's a play that you're looking at, and I don't think she's going to get away at 9-1.
Well, I think, Lee, if she can get a 2-hole ride here, this could set up for Windermere on the line. And like you mentioned, Campbell's rolling early. I like the line 4 down at Truro, June 6th, B, Atlantic Sire Stake B. Left 2 was put on the point, went right down the road in Truro, 1, 58-4, 29-2, and then came back in Summerside here. That winner's 1-2, left 7. You can see got the job done. 2 minutes 4/5, 29-4 to close it out. So again, I think has the speed to argue in here. And you're right, Lee, dropping down here now to 5-1. 2-hole ride maybe. If Mark tracks Miles, we'll see. Could get it done. 5-1.
So Chris Davies going to send out Moonbound here. Love that name. Leads from post 5. David Dowling driving tonight. Gregory Kirby, Sydney, Nathaniel Smith, and the ownership team there is we get a look, just taking a nice relaxing stroll down here and coming into it. Was a winner in that last time out with the maiden score, as Nick points out, in the backstretch Pete Beater. And you know what? Back to back, who knows?
Always in the mix when you look at the lines in this horse. First, second, third, and second in the last 4. You mentioned a winner in Summerside. Came first up and scored 59-4, 30-2. Prior to that was a good second in Charlottetown, 59-1. And if you go one more down, Summerside here, left 4 was third, 2-1-3, 30. But I think getting better every time this horse steps on the track, and Dowling certainly is one of the best drivers here on the island. So yeah, we're going to put her in here, Moonbound, 4-1.
Hey, we're getting here early. Here's something you should check out on the tarmac tonight is the Prince County Horsemen's Club have the Governor's Plate starter shirts on sale on the tarmac, $25. First edition. I know I'm going to get mine. Have to add to that collection. Countdown clock is in for race number 2. Starter Justin Durash has called them in. Scotty McKendrick at the wheel of the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Let's send it upstairs for the call. Here's Vance Cameron.
Lorne Valley Live, Windermere on the line, Castaway Moon, Oh Pretty Blaze, Moonbound, Sandra's Pretty Girl. Half a dozen 3-year-old filly pacers, first of 5 divisions, Atlantic Sires, top of the stretch. Here they come. Rough and pacing. Lorne Valley Live fires out on the rail. Second is Windermere on the line. Then the third one is Castaway Moon from the outside. Fourth, that is Moonbound. Away fifth is Oh Pretty Blaze, and the trailer is Sandra's Pretty Girl. On the backstretch they go. The post-time favorites on the engine. Lorne Valley Live for Miles Sr. Second is Windermere on the line. Castaway Moon away third. Then in fourth, that's Moonbound. Racing on the cones fifth is Oh Pretty Blaze, and the trailer, Sandra's Pretty Girl, is sixth. Straight alignment off an opening quarter of 29-2. Lorne Valley Live, the fraction center. They round the paddock turn for the first time. Getting the 2-hole ride. Windermere on the line. Then in third, coming off the turn, that's Castaway Moon. Racing from fourth. On the rail is Moonbound. Fifth is Oh Pretty Blaze, and the trailer, that's Sandra's Pretty Girl. Campbell. They're halfway home. Straight alignment, no movement. On the point, Lorne Valley Live getting all the respect here in the front end. 59 and 4 was the half. They move next to 5/8, the 2-length leader. Lorne Valley Live, Windermere on the line second, Castaway Moon third. There goes Moonbound moving out fourth. Back into fifth. That is Oh Pretty Blaze, and Sandra's Pretty Girl has dropped out of it. Going to 3/4, Lorne Valley Live the leader. Windermere on the line is sticking with her here second. Back into third is Moonbound, 1:28 and 4, the 3/4. They approach the 7/8. Lorne Valley Live. Here is Windermere on the line now, right alongside. Racing from third is Moonbound, and down the stretch they come. On the outside, Windermere on the line. Lorne Valley Live along the rail. On the wire next, Windermere on the line, and Campbell right with them. Lorne Valley Live and Heffernan. Picture time in 1:59 flat.
All right, we have some media slow-mo for you for race number 2, Atlantic Sire Stakes, and the 3-year-old fillies. We thought it would go like this, Peter, with Lorne Valley Live off the rail. Windermere on the line, going to take her shot late, and she does. And what a stretch drive this is, separating them out. I don't even know if it's posted.
It is posted. 2 is posted as the winner, Windermere on the line. And lead, we talked about it in the pre-race. We thought Miles would cut this, and Mark would sit in the 2-hole, draft all the way, and take a shot late. 29 and 2, 59 and 4, 128 and 4, and here they are, battling right down to the wire. And yes, the 2 does reach up late to win here for Campbell. Windermere on the line, and Campbell in the winner's circle in just a moment.
Windermere on the line, going to the second race winner's circle. Bay Pacing Filly 3 by Flameproof Hanover. Off the astronomical dam, Windermere Nancy, a homebred of Windermere Farms of Springvale, conditioned by Earl Watts. In the hands of Mark Campbell, she's a winner in 1:59. Windermere on the line in the Atlantic Sire Stakes at Summerside, with the winner's circle presentation.
I love that robo there as you get a look at the Woodmere Farms winner's circle, Woodmere Standardbreds winner's circle, and looks nice tonight. There's a bit of a breeze, Peter, so it's not as hot as it was.
Beautiful night for racing. Yeah, the heat is broke after the last 3 days, and it's a perfect night for standardbred racing here in Summerside.
Windermere Farms is proud to announce its 2025 Stallion lineup, featuring some of the top pacing and trotting sires in Atlantic Canada. This year's roster includes Malicious, Keystone Velocity, Muscle Through It, Somewhere Fancy, and Carouser, A special shout out to Malicious, the proven champion sire whose offspring have earned over $4.3 million and continue to dominate tracks across the Maritimes. Plus, Somewhere Fancy's first crop is set to hit the track in 2025, and the excitement is just getting started. Windermere Farms, where Atlantic Canada's champion stallions call home.
Here's the official results in the second. Lorne Valley Live finished second. Windermere on the line, the race winner. Castaway Moon fifth. Oh Pretty Blaze fourth. Moonbound third. Sandra's Pretty Girl sixth. 29 and 2. 59 and 4. 128 and 4. And the mile 159. From the top, your program reached 215.436. Windermere on the line, 590. The Exactor 740, Triactor 2390, Superfecta 665, the early daily double 870.
All right, so just before we get to the Atlantic Post Calls Paddock Cam and line up for the third race, let's tell you about the HBI PEI rewards because, well, it's always important to us, and it's important to you when you get signed up and going. And you can play here for PEI customers. You can earn points when you play Summerside in Charlottetown and convert those points to cash or other exciting offers. Sign up and play the horses through HBIBet.com and the new HBI Rewards program for Prince Edward Island. And it's at your app store now. You can download it for free. Okay, we're going with the Atlantic Post Calls and the Paddock Cams. We're getting ready to go here tonight. There's a great shot of our Summerside. Now, this
Looks
started
terrific.
last Sunday. We launched this for Elimination Day and get it going here. So Peter's going back out on the lead here, and you're going to go with the another Heffernan horse here, 3, 6, and 5.
Going back to Miles, he almost got there last time, just nipped at the wire. So I do like Jafetica here, just based on the line. 3 down there where the horse was sent to the front. A winner, 57 and 4. I think Miles, like we said, he likes to be aggressive off the wings. I think he'll be up hand of the action. Going to go with Jafetica. 6, the last Artie for Campbell. Hard to leave Mark out. He's got 15 wins already at Governor's Plate Week. And I'm going to put the 5 in as well. Cinnamon Swirls for Corey. Corey gets along well with this horse. 3, 6, 5 for me. Backstretch beat going to 4, 3, and 6. Classifier underneath at 6, 3, and 5. Horses on the way for race number 3 next.
All right, there's how close it was in race number 2. The Atlantic Provinces Harness Racing Commission with the win photo between Lorne Valley Live on the inside, that's the 1, and the 2 getting up there by, well, a little more than a nose.
Yeah, that was tight, Lee, and we thought it would play out exactly like that. Miles cutting it, Mark in the 2-hole, angling out late, and they're both going to battle to the wire, and Mark got there, like you said, just by a nose.
Windermere on the line.
Second division of the Atlantic Sires, third race parade, Mandy's Last Dance 1. Chris McKay of French River owns and trains. Adam Murner drives. JJ Nicky 2, owned by Jamie McKinley, Jeff Lilly and Blair McLaughlin. Jeff does the training. Jacob Sweet aboard. Japatika 3, owned by Jackie Heffernan of Somerville, trained by Miles Heffernan Jr., Miles Sr. aboard. Salzburg Lynn number 4. Joe Baxter of Spring Valley owns and trains. Ryan DeRoche. 5 is Cinnamon Swirls, owned by Stacy Darragh from Stratford. Muriel McLeod of St. Charles. Stacy does the conditioning, driven by Corey McPherson. The Last RD6, owned by Windermere Farm Springville, trained by Earl Watts. Mark Campbell. Animosity 7, Greg McGinnis of Tyne Valley owns and trains tonight. Gilles Barrio. 3 minutes to post time. Lee and Peter are back with a look at the draw for Governor's Plate 57.
Yeah, in case you missed it in the pregame, let's take it in for you as you slide into the board here. Here's how they line up. Roll them off the rail for Mark Campbell. High Voltage Deo leaves from post 2 for Corey McPherson. Bounty Hunter 3 with Kenny Arsenault. And Mickey Shan, an elimination winner there. Jason Hughes picks up the drive there from post 4.
Yeah, Twimpy Tough Enough won the other elimination last Sunday and also won the race last year for Barrio. Barrio now with 6 Governor's Plate. They're trying to go back-to-back tomorrow night. They're from post 5. Twimpy Tough Enough. Tony Tootal, he raced really well in the elims. He's from post 6 for Miles Heffernan Sr. Blood Money is 7 for Dr. Mitch Downey. And Middleton Terror is 8 for David Dowling. That's how it shapes up for Governor's Plate 57 tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's presented by Summerside Chrysler Dodge and the Action Corner, where customer service is their #1 priority. Proudly serving customers since 1947. Okay, so we do have an equipment change in here. If you're looking up and down the page, the 7. Animosity, can't see back to blinkers. That's on the equipment card there. There's a look at the 3. Javatika and Miles Heffernan. Miles Jr. trains. Seems like we just talked about this. And Jackie Heffernan, I had a great chat to Jackie just on my way into the office here today. So they're all teamed up, the Heffernan family here, getting ready to go from post 3, and a win and a third out of 7 starts. And those 56 and 4 chart lines really stand out, Peter.
They do, and it was Junior who did the driving 3 down here. Charlottetown, June 19th, left 3, zipped off the wings. They went right down the road and scored 57 and 4, 28 and 1 in Charlottetown. So raced really well. And went to Truro on July the 6th in the Stanfield. Left 7 because he interfered with a little bit. 5th at the top of the stretch, and then finishing 5th, 56 and 4, 29 on the end of it in the Stanfield in Truro. So race pretty good considering it was from post 7, and makes the move back to PEI. Lines up here tonight in Summerside, and yeah, taking some late money here is Jafetica for Miles Sr. tonight at 3 to 4.
Okay, we're going to track along with the 6 here. The last Artie. It's Campbell and Watts teaming up again. They picked off a win there in the last race, and they have a chance to do it in this Phillies division here, the Atlantic Sire Stakes. They're going for $6,000. Owned by Windermere Farms of Springvale, and finished 4th in the Lady Slipper Grassroots last fall, and then Harold Shepard qualified her back in April. And Campbell has driven her once before for her first lifetime victory, so really can they go back-to-back here? It'll be interesting to see, but the bettors certainly think so at 5-2.
Yeah, I don't think you can leave her out here. Like you mentioned, Lee, if you slide way down the lines there back in May on the 22nd in Charlottetown, Mark did the driving on the non-winners of 1 there, left 2, outside middle part of the mile, and was a winner, 2 minutes, 2 fifths, 28 and 3. And then since then, has raced pretty well. Summerside, June 10th, winners of 1-2, was a winner from Murner, 59 and 4, 29 in the end of it. And then the last start, Charlottetown, the fillies 1-2, left 3, finished 4th, but did pace a mile in 57 and 4, 28 and 2. So again, if you look down the closing quarters for this horse, they're good. 28 and 2, 28 and 3, 28 and 3 again. So if Mark has this horse close at the top of the lane, big shot to win here, 5-2.
You know, it's something I always look at. It's one of my favorite stats, closing quarters. And post positions, I should tell you about that too. We'll tell you more about last night going in out of the card. We have a new leader when it comes to post positions here in Summerside.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Well, they're getting ready to go to the Metro Home Building Center starting gate, and there's a look at Cinnamon Swirl here. Corey McPherson for Stacey Dara today, and her ownership partner, Muriel McLeod. And as the countdown clock will roll in here, finished second by a length in the PI Colt Stakes action here at Summerside back in May 22nd, Peter. So back in the stakes action here tonight.
Corey gets along well with her. A third, and a win already this year for Corey in this horse.
Countdown clock's in. We're ready to roll for race number 3. In behind the Metro Home Building Center's starting gate and back upstairs for the race call. Here's Vance Cameron.
Second division of the Sire Stakes. Mandy's Last Dance, JJ Nicky, Javatika, Salzbrook Lynn, Cinnamon Swirls, the last 30, Animosity. Top of the stretch. Here they come. Rough and pacing, Javatika leaving out. Mandy's Last Dance going right with her into the turn. Then to get away third, JJ Nicky. Then the fourth one, that is the last 30. And Fancy stepping on the turn. Mandy's Last Dance, but she is the leader on Javatika. Back into third is JJ Nicky, the last 30. Now fourth. In fifth, Cinnamon Swirls. Racing from 6. On the rail, Animosity. And the trailer, that is Salzbrook Lynn. They're by the quarter. Javatika and Miles Sr. made the lead. Now racing from second, Mandy's Last Dance, 28 and 4 the opening quarter. Racing from third, JJ Nicky. The last 30 around the turn fourth. Cinnamon Swirls go fifth. Then 6 is Animosity. Salzbrook Lynn the trailer. Down the stretch they come, approaching the opening half mile. Javatika by 2 on Mandy's Last Dance. Now the last 30 comes first up third. Following the cover in the outside fourth is Cinnamon Swirls. Then fifth, that's JJ Nicky. Animosity 6 and the trailer. Salzbrook Lynn is 7th, 59 and 1 was the half. Over to the 5/8 next, Javatika continuing by 2. Mandy's Last Dance second. On the outside third, the last 30. Up into fourth, that's Cinnamon Swirls. JJ Nicky 5th. Animosity, and then on the outside, Salzbrook Lynn, 3/4 completed. Javatika got them there. The last 30 is picked up second. 3/4 in 1. 28 and 3 with an eighth of a mile left to go. Javatika trying to see it through. The last 30 moving into second. Cinnamon Swirls up into third. Down the stretch they come. Javatika's almost there. The last 30 coming on late. Here's the line. Javatika and Miles Sr. They hang on. The last 30 seconds. Cinnamon Swirls up third. 1:58. Flat.
Okay, we'll take you through the stretch here again. We're just joking off here. This is a deep stretch, showdown repeat here in race number 3. Miles and Mark coming back at it.
Yep.
Miles is going to get it up here with Jatika and get it done here. Sent off at 1-2 odds here.
Yeah,
Look good.
Yeah, Jafatika, 28-4, 59-1. We thought Mark would be coming with the last dirty. He did first over, and Corey with Cinnamon Swirls was second over. 128-3, duking it out. Same as the last race, but Miles gets the better mark this time. Jafatika winning the last dirty second. Cinnamon Swirls rallies up for third. It's ice cold here. 3-6-5 in the third at Red Shore Summerside.
Ice cold for Peter McPhee there. Well done. Making their way to the Woodmere Standardbreds Winter Circle next.
Well, there's a name behind Jafatika. We just won't go there. And she's going to the Woodmere Standardbreds Winner's Circle here in the third race Sire Stakes. Jafatika, Bay Pacing filly, 3 years, the daughter of Tobago Cays, off the Cam's Card Shark Dam, Chaya Vanaska. A homebred of Jackie Heffernan of Somerville, trained by Miles Heffernan Jr. and driven to victory by Miles Sr. The Miles in 158. Jafatika in the Atlantic Sire Stakes. Down in the winner's circle, cooler presentation.
This race replay is brought to you by All Star Cresting, specializing in embroidery, screen print, promotional products, and on-site cresting featuring the newest technology, and one of the largest embroidery and screen printing departments in Atlantic Canada. For all your clothing and merchandise needs, email sales@allstarcresting.ca. At All Star Cresting, we got you covered.
Now the official results from the third race: Mandy's Last Dance fourth, JJ Nicky fifth, Jafatika the race winner, Salzburg Lynn was seventh, Cinnamon Swirls third, the last Artie Finney second, Animosity sixth. They went 28-4, 59-1, 128-3. Milan 158. In review, it's 4-5-1. 7326. Jafatika $3. The exactor 630. Triactor 1710. Superfecta 565.
Okay, so race number 4 coming up next here at Red Shores in Summerside, and we just have an equipment change on the 4. Adds a tail tie there to It's All Good. Other than that, we'll greet them in a minute. We'll go to the Atlantic Post Calls paddock cam here. The players portal, the player portal is everything you need to play the horses here at Red Shores Summerside and at our island tracks, and it's chock full of great information. Everything a race fan needs right at your fingertips at Redshores.ca, including post time, and of course you get the starters from the post positions. And as of last night, Red Shores Summerside, the rail. Peter leads the way with 35 wins from 159 starters. That's a 22% win percentage with data from Standardbird Canada. But that type of information is all at your fingertips.
It's all right there, Lee. You get the driver profiles as well, free race programs. You get the backstretch beat, post-time picks, anything you need for Red Shores Racing. Head to the Red Shores player portal.
All right, let's slide in the picks here. Peter's having a good night. So the horses start to roll from the Atlantic Post Calls paddock cam here in Summerside, and got a bit of a theme there with the 1.
Yeah, going to the 1 here, Brookdale J. Mac. Ryan DeRoche gets the call here tonight on the rail. Do like the 5 as well. Catch a few rays for Corey McPherson, and the 3, Wild River Coyote for Norris Rogers. 1, 5, 3 for me. Nick Oakes in the middle with backstretch beat. 1, 3, and 5. Classifier underneath. Also 1, 3, and 5. Horses on the way for race number 4 next.
Brookdale J. Mack will lead the 4th race on parade. Oma Douglas and Doug Pauly of Amherst, Nova Scotia, trained by Phil Sizer. Ryan DeRoche drives. Mockbook Pro number 2, owned by Paul Conway from Bon John, Zach Conway from Charlottetown. Paul does the conditioning. Zach Conway drives. Wild River Coyote number 3, owned by Corey and Laura Walsh of Springton, trained by Nick Oakes, Norris Rogers. It's All Good number 4, owned by Colleen Chappell of Port Alban and Wayne Pike of Summerside, trained by Colleen Chappell, Adam Murner. Catch a Few Rays number 5, owned by Carson Wilkie and Lowell Parkman of Stratford, trained by Kenneth Wilkie. Corey McPherson drives. She's a Lover 6 is owned, trained, and driven by Robbie Chappell of Summerside. 3 minutes to post time. Lee and Peter return with details on the new fall promotions at Red Shores, including a grand in your hand.
All right, well, a grand in your hand. Here's how it's going to work. When we get through the big weeks here and we get into September there, we're going to be launching off some pretty cool promotions here at Summerside. We did the second chance draws, Peter. They were very, very popular.
Yeah.
So this is another way of getting in a second chance draw. So you buy your ticket here on track, and at the end of the month, we'll do a draw for a grand in your hand, $1,000.
It's worth coming to the live league again. We had lots of course, players here on the live during that Governor's Plate second chance draw. What a great prize package that was for tomorrow night. And again, it sounds like fall promotion is going to work similar.
Well, it's going to be cool because it is the on track. There's an experience of coming here to the track and a grand in your hand. And then when we're done with that month, we're going to roll it out again the next month. So watch for it. More details to come. A grand in your hand, on track only, and exclusive for Red Shore Summerside. All right, there's a look at the 6 for race number 4 here. She's a Lover, owned, trained, and driven by Robbie Chappell here in Summerside. So just wanted to get the right 6 on the card there. Robbie looking good. Governor's Plate week coming in front of us here. Pick up some top contenders here in race number 4. All right, there's a look at Brookdale J-Mac and Ryan DeRoche driving tonight for Phil Sizer, the conditioner, and Douglas and Doug Polly of Amherst, Nova Scotia own this 4-year-old coming into action here tonight. Put a great effort in the last start from post 6. Draws the rail tonight, Peter. And as I said, as of last night, the rail is now the leading post position at Summerside with 35 wins from 159 starters, a 22% win percentage with data from Standard Canada. So coming into the action here, if you like that type of angle, how about the 4 to 5 on top of it?
Yeah, I do like the fact that he's inside here tonight, Lee, because like you mentioned, post 6 last time, he had an early battle and he paid the price. You can see he won the early battle. He was leading and then third at the top of the lane and faded to 4th after that quick opening panel of 28 seconds flat. 58 and won the Charter Mile. He ended up 4th on that day. Summerside, the start prior to that, June 25th. Again, the non-winners of 4:11, left 3 first up, finished 3rd, 59 and 2. It's been Langell most of the way, but if you slide down, you can see Summerside on May the 4th, the qualifier. Ryan DeRoche did qualify the horse here earlier in the year, and they were winners in the qualifier, 2 minutes and 3/5, 30 and 1. The reason I mention that is because Ryan is back on the horse tonight from the rail here at even money.
All right, still time to go and get your ticket here. Catch a few rays. This is for Carson Wilkie and Lowell Parkman of Stratford. Corey McPherson driving for Kenny Wilkie here in that combination. So comes into this here tonight and makes her 11th start of the season. A good chance to get that first win of 2025.
Yeah, she went to the 401 level here at Summerside. I thought she raced great. Left 4, sat 3 most of the way, finished 3rd, but scooted home at 28 and 2 and charted in 56 and 3. Raced really well here on July the 15th at the 401 level. Remains there. And Corey's back on the bike, so we're going to put her in. Catch a few rays, taking some late money, 2 to 1.
Yeah, an interesting stat, too. It's only her 6th lifetime start here at Summerside. She does most of her racing at Charlottetown since arriving from the Sean Stacey barn in 2021. So back into it. The Metro Home Building Center's starting gate has the field, and Vance Cameron has the call.
Brookdale J-Mac, Mockbook Pro, Wild River Coyote. It's all good. Catch a few rays. She's a Lover. Top of the stretch. Here they come. The rough and pacing Wild River Coyote, Brookdale J-Mac at the rails at their outside. Catch a few rays, and on the cones, 4th is Mockbook Pro. Away in 5th, it's all good. Then the trailer, She's a Lover, the quarter pole bound. It'll be Brookdale J-Mac on the lead for Ryan DeRoche. Wild River Coyote tucked away 2nd. Then 3rd, that's Catch a Few Rays. Alone 4th is Mockbook Pro. It's all good goes 5th, followed by the trailer. She's a Lover on by the opening quarter. Brookdale J-Mac sent off as a post-time favorite. Ryan DeRoche has him right on the lead off a solid opener, 28 and 1. Racing from 2nd is Wild River Coyote. Catch a Few Rays out of the turn 3rd. Then in 4th, it's Mockbook Pro. It's all good 5th. She's a Lover, the trailer. They're halfway home here in the 4th. And the leader is Brookdale J-Mac by 2.5. Wild River Coyote 2nd. Catch a Few Rays 3rd. 56 and 3. Bottom conditions here. They're sitting up here on Plate Week at Summerside. Brookdale J-Mac sails along to 3/4, opening by 5. Wild River Coyote gives chase. There goes Catch a Few Rays to the outside 3rd. Moving up 4th, it's all good. Mockbook Pro 5th. She's a Lover 6th. 3/4 incredible. 1:25 and 2 with just an 1/8 of a mile left to go. This may be an insurmountable lead. Brookdale J-Mac brought his A game here in Summerside on this Friday, and he's going to be all alone on the line. Brookdale J-Mac jogs for
for Ryan DeRage. Up second, Catch a Few Rays. Wild River Coyote will finish third, but it's Brookdale J. Mack. He came to play. 155-2.
Okay, the Universal Media slow-mo for you in race number 4 tonight. Sent off at 1-2. Brookdale J. Mack not getting close to this guy today. Darash right down the road here tonight. That's a big trip.
Big trip, and Lee, I mentioned earlier, Ryan had qualified the horse back here on in May, and the qualifier here 2 minutes 3/5, and tonight they were just sent right down the road here. 28 and 1, 56 and 3, 125 and 2 total separation down the lane here tonight for Brookdale J. Mack. They're going to score 155 and 2. Catch a Few Rays rallies in for second, and Wild River Coyote third. No doubt about the winner, Brookdale J. Mack and Ryan DeRage. Back in the Woodmere Standardbred Winner Circle next.
A pretty cool promotional play here tonight from Tara Polton-Myers, who came up with the idea of all the horses entered tonight have a chance to win some Governor's Plate merchandise. So
that is a good idea.
I think so. And she made the first draw here, so all the horses are in. The Tulsa King is going to pick up the ownership team there, a Governor's Plate T-shirt and Governor's Plate hat. Isn't that neat?
Nice prize.
And so you can go to the race office to pick those up, or get in touch with Tara at some point if you can get it tonight or tomorrow. Or
sure.
In any case, so we'll be making some other draws throughout the night.
Not often you'd think the bottom conditions at Summerside are going to set up a mile and 55 and 2, but you just watched it on this Friday night of Governor's Plate Week here at the historic Oval. Brookdale J. Mack into the fourth race winner's circle. Bay Pacing gelding 4, but he's watching off the Better's Delight Jam, Better's Chance, owned by Douglas and Doug Pauley of Amherst, Nova Scotia. Bred by Hanover Shoe Farms. Trained by Phil Sizer. Ryan DeRage put him on top at every call. New pacing record. 155 and 2. Brookdale J. Mack wires the fourth.
This race replay on Channel 2 on your in-house monitor is brought to you by Syntrack Print and Graphic Inc. Mention this ad and receive $20 off your first order of 500 or more full-color business cards. Syntrack, 59 Watts Avenue in the Business Park.
Now the official results in the fourth, Brookdale J. Mack the winner. Markbrook Pro fifth. Wild River Coyote third. It's All Good fourth. Catch a Few Rays was second. She's a Lover finished sixth. They went 28 and 1, 56 and 3, 125 and 2, and the mile in 155 and 2. In review 153, 426. Brookdale J. Mack 310. The Exactor 470, Triactor 1150, Superfactor 231.
Okay, so coming up next is race number 5. It's a super high five for you, and here with Lee Drake along with Peter McPhee and Vance Cameron. Now, Peter and Vance will take care of the super high five. We're doing just a check from our outdoor location here, and our first, I think it's looking pretty good to get things set up here, and we'll do some audio checks along the way as well. So coming up next, of course, we have get through Governor's Plate week, and we have some great things on the calendar. We have the 2025 Home Hardware Maritime Breeders' Stake. They'll take place at Redshores, Charlottetown. 2- and 3-year-old trotters compete on Thursday, October 23rd, followed by the 2- and 3-year-old pacing colts and fillies on Saturday, October 25th. So thank you to the sponsors, Metro Home Building Center, High Tide Home Hardware Building Centers, and the Maritime Breeders Association. We'll slide in the picks here, and the Atlantic Post calls Paddock Cam for you in this 5th race. So we're going to look at the Paddock Cam here, and Peter McPhee coming back with a 1, 5, and 3. Pete, you're having a pretty good night at the desk.
Yeah, so far so good, Lee. Hard to follow up with Rocky and Kurt. They're picking a lot of winners this week as well. So,
I heard that.
Yeah, I got to keep pace here. So I'm going to the 1, Starship Alaska here for Campbell. Do like 5, Mia here for Murner, and the 3 as well, Tobin's Dream for Dowling. I'm at 1, 5, and 3. Nick Oakes, he's doing well this week. It's the backstretch beat, 1, 8, and 5 here for Nick, and Crossfire along the bottom at 1, 5, and 8. 6 away from race number 5 at Red Shore, Summerside.
Third division of the Sire Stakes, 5th race parade, Starship Alaska 1, owned by Windermere Farms. Beryl McNeil, Sterling Buchanan, Jack Quinn, trained by Earl Watts, Mark Campbell drives. 2 is Salisbrook Inferno, owned by Windermere Farms. Beryl McNeil, Sterling Buchanan, and Jack Quinn, trained by Earl Watts, Gilles Barriol. Tobin's Dream number 3, owned by Reg McPherson of Stratford, trained by Kevin McLean, David Dowling drives. Whitmere O'Duya number 4, owned by Claire McDonald, Fonzie McCachran, and Robert McFadgen. Claire trains and drives. Maya number 5, owned by Brittany Watts of Springvale, Adam Murner, trainer driver. Never Sway Never 6, owned by Nick Way Farm, St. David's, Newfoundland. Paul Langell trains and drives. Halmac Maleficent wears 7, owned by Peter Gunnar Gilby of Lansing, Nova Scotia, trained by Joe Baxter, Kenny Murphy up. Woodmere Betcha number 8, owned by the stable Woodmere Betcha of Guelph, Ontario, trained by Jamie Smith, Mike McGuigan. 3 minutes, 2 post time, Peter, you and I are coming up with our selections here in the first Super High Five on this Friday night. We thank our friends at Results Marketing and Advertising and their continued presentation of the Vance Cam. Like you, Pete, I'm onto the rail with Starship, Alaska, Campbell, and Watts. They're having a good night here on this Friday night in the early going. Take him off of the rail. I'll use him on top. I like the 3, Tobin's Dream, maybe, to get in there for the deuce. I'm onto the 5, Maya, who was a big-time winner last time around at 56-3, right on the engine. Then I went to the outside, Halmac Maleficent for 4th. And then I went farther out, Pete, for 5th. I'm on Woodmere Betcha. 1, 3, 5, 7, 8 from the booth. Peter, your choices.
Vance, we got to track down Kurt Hughes. I mean, wow, this guy just keeps knocking it out of the park here in the Super High Five. So let's take a shot here. I'm going to the 1 with you, Starship Alaska. 5 for 2nd, Maya. Tobin's Dream, I like him as well, Vance. This horse, I like her as well for 3rd. Then I'm going to put the 8 and the 2 in as we try to track down Kurt Hughes, king of the Super High Five. I'm at 1, 5, 3, 8, 2. Vance next door at 1, 3, 5, 7, and 8. Good luck with your Super High Five picks here in race number 5. Okay, getting close here in race number 5. It's a good one here. Atlantic Sire Stakes, 3-year-old fillies in the A division. How about the purse tonight? $18,080. They're going to race 4 here tonight. Let's go through the field here in the odds. Starship Alaska on the rail for Campbell. Mark already has a win tonight. 6-5 on this horse. Salzburg Inferno, that's Barrio from post 2 at 7-1. Tobin's Dream, Dowling from 3 at 6-1. Then Woodmere Oduya for Claire McDonald tonight. It's the knee boots. 24-1. Maya from Murner from post 5 at 5-1. Never Sway Never for Langell at 18-1. Halmac Maleficent for Kenny Murphy tonight at 9-2. And Woodmere Betcha on the outside for Mike McGuigan. 4-1. That's how the lineup here. Good luck with your picks. Getting close in race number 5. Okay, getting set for race number 5 tonight from Redshores in Summerside as the horse is swinging behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Vance Cameron going to be a good one. Up to you for the call.
And a full field of 8. How's about over $18,000 on the line? Starship Alaska, Salzbrook Inferno, Tobin's Dream, Woodmere Oduya, Maya, Never Sway Never, Howmack Maleficent, Woodmere Betcha, top of the stretch. Ready for a start. The Ralph N. Pacing, leaving up the rail, Starship Alaska, Salzbrook Inferno second, joining them from the outside, Howmack Maleficent, then racing fourth, Tobin's Dream, into the turn, Woodmere Betcha got away fifth, Woodmere Oduya sixth, then Maya seventh, and the trailer, Never Sway Never, quarter pole bound, Campbell aboard Starship Alaska on the lead, Howmack Maleficent left hard, she is rewarded with the 2-hole ride, then in third, Salzbrook Inferno. Tobin's Dream fourth. Woodmere Betcha fifth. Woodmere Oduya sixth. Moving up seventh. That's Never Sway Never. Now Maya the trailer. 28 and 2 was the front quarter. Off the paddock turn they come and they're headed towards a half mile led by Starship Alaska and Mark Campbell. 2-hole ride, Howmack Maleficent. Then third, Salzbrook Inferno. Moving up fourth from the outside. Woodmere Betcha's underway. Tobin's Dream takes out fifth. Woodmere Oduya sixth. Never Sway Never is seventh, followed by the trailer. Maya 57 and 1 was the half mile. Down to 3/8 of a mile to go. The unchallenged leader, Starship Alaska, takes him to the backstretch, leading by 2 on Howmack Maleficent. Woodmere Betcha picks up third. Tobin's Dream now fourth. Fifth is Woodmere Oduya. Sixth, Salzbrook Inferno. Never Sway Never seventh. On the outside, 8, Maya. 3/4 in the books. Starship Alaska got them there. 1:25 and 3/8 of a mile left to go. Starship Alaska turning home. Howmack Maleficent continuing second. Then in third, Woodmere Betcha. Tobin's Dream is fourth. On the wire, here is Starship Alaska for Campbell and Watt. Second, Howmack Maleficent rallying in third, Tobin's Dream, and the time for this mile, 1:54 and 4, equaling the track record for 3-year-old Philly Pacers.
Okay, here's a slow-mo for race number 5 from Redshores in Summerside tonight, and we did like Starship Alaska from the rail, just based off the last performance there. What a trip, won by 9, 57, 30, and 2. Even better here tonight, 28 and 2, and going to front it all the way, Starship Alaska and Campbell, 57 and 1. Really no challengers at that point. Howmack Maleficent left hard. It's at 2 all the way. Raced really well tonight, 125 and 3, and down the lane they come here. Starship Alaska led it right from the jump here tonight, and she's going to roll right down the highway and equal the track record here in Summerside for 3-year-old pacing fillies, 154 and 4. Hat tip to Starship Alaska and Campbell. They're in the Woodmere Standardbred winner circle. Next.
Starship Alaska arriving at the 5th race winner's circle. Big pacing filly, 3 years, the daughter of Arthur Blue Chip. Off the American Ideal Dam, American Chocolate. Owned by Windermere Farms, Beryl McNeil, Sterling Buchanan, and Jack Quinn. Bred by Claude Portier. Earl Watts has the stakes double as the trainer. Mark Campbell has the stakes double as the driver. The filly has just equaled the Summerside Raceway track record for 3-year-old pacing fillies of 154 and 4. Congratulations with the Winner's Circle presentation.
This race replay is brought to you by the new 1888 Lounge at Red Shores. The 1888 Lounge is perfect for your corporate meetings, parties, or presentations. Contact Rebecca in our Sales and Events Division for more information on the new 1888 Lounge upper level at Red Shores.
Here's the official results from the 5th race. Starship Alaska, the winner. Salzbrook Inferno was 8th. Tobin's Dream 3rd. Woodmere Odelia finished 5th. Maya was 6th. Never Sway Never 7th. Hamac Maleficent finished 2nd. Woodmere Betcha was 4th. Fractions went 28 and 2. 57 and 1. 125 and 3. And that track record equaling performance timed in 154 and 4. In review, it's 183, 567, 24. Starship Alaska paid $280. The Exactor $21. Triactor $63.20. Super High 5 returning $464.97.
Okay, welcome back to the HBI broadcast desk here in Summerside tonight. I'm your co-host Peter McPhee. Lee Drake is here as well. Vance Cameron in the booth. He's calling all the action as we get ready for race number 6, Atlantic Sire Stakes 3-year-old fillies in the B division. Nice purse tonight of $6,000. And before we get to the picks, I want to tell you about HBI points and all. Woodbine Racing. Red Shores proud to present HBI PI players an exciting new offer for 2025. When you wager on Woodbine Standardbred and Thoroughbred, customers can earn valuable HBI bet points. Sign up for free at HBIBet.com to take advantage of member offers and privileges today. Play the horses with HBI Bet and Red Shores. And thank you again to Atlantic Post Calls as the Paddock Cam sponsor for Red Shores this year. Horses are on the way. We can see the 4 is unanimous here. I do like 4 as well. Windermere Classy for Campbell. Mark working on a double already, looking for the hat trick. I do like 3 for part of this. Oliver Town, that's Murner. And I'm going to put the 6 in, Blue Jean Baby here for Jason Hughes. 4-3-6 for me, backstretch beat. That's Nick Oakes tonight. He's in a 4-3-6 and classifier all along the bottom at 4, 6, and 3. Horses on the way for Post Parade in race number 6 next.
Fourth division of the Atlantic Sire Stakes on the 6th race Post Parade. Hamac Charger 1, owned by Paul Conway of Bonchon, Zach Conway of Charlottetown. Paul does the training. Corey McPherson drives. Handle on You, number 2, owned by Atlantic Harness Racing of Warren Grove, trained by Nick Oakes, Gilles Barriol. All Over Town, number 3, owned by Donald Bishop, Bruce McDonald, and Chris Sticky. Adam Murder trains and drives. Windermere Classy, number 4, owned by Windermere Farms, Brian and Ira Wallach Racing of New Jersey, Matt Burke and Don McNeil Jr., trained by Earl Watts, Mark Campbell driving. Apple Pie Moonshine is number 5, owned by Colin Murphy of Albany and Luke Burke of Donaldston. Luke does the training, Ryan DeRoche. Blue Jean Baby, number 6, owned by Maura Kerr of Truro, William Babineau from Bedford, Nova Scotia, trained by Pooker McCollum. Jason Hughes catch drives. 4 minutes to post time. Peter has more on the Red Shores 20th anniversary giveaway.
Thanks very much, Vance. Yeah, this year marks the 20th anniversary of Red Shore Charlottetown, and we're celebrating in style. Customers who spend $20 or more on casino, racing, or dining at Red Shore Charlottetown will receive a ballot for a chance to win weekly prizes and the grand prize of $20,000 cash. The grand prize draw will take place on Gold Cup and Saucer Night, August the 16th. And it is last call for 50-50 tickets here tonight in Summerside. So if you're looking for your 50-50 tickets, last call in Summerside for your 50-50s tonight. Okay, working on the 6th here tonight. Exactor 20-cent Super Try as well. Win, place, and show. Atlantic Sire Stakes 3-year-old fillies in the B division. $6,000 is the purse. If you're on track, take your ticket with the Wild Horses. And Mark Campbell is rolling along here. 16 wins during Governor's Plate week, and he's got another shot here. He's got 2 tonight, looking for the hat trick. Windermere Classy here for Windermere Farms. Brian and Ira Wallach Racing and Matt Burke, Don McNeil Jr. They all share the ownership. Earl Watts trains and Mark does the driving. Horse has been sharp. If you go all the way down to Truro in Atlantic Sire Stake B, second there, 57-1, 28-4. Came back on June 26th in Charlottetown. That winner's 1-2. Right down the road for Campbell, 57-1, 29 on the end of it for a win. And then in the Stanfield in Truro, similar tactics. Put on the point and they rolled right down the highway, 56-3, 29-1. Back in Summerside, looking for win number 3 in a row. Windermere Classy is the favorite right now here in the 6th. Here's Oliver Town tonight for Donald Bishop and Bruce McDonald. Chris Stricky of Nova Scotia, they all share ownership. Adam Murner trains and does the driving as well. If we slide down the lines, we see here June 5th. That started in Charlottetown, left 3. Put on the engine and did win. Won in a dead heat, 59-3, 28-3 for the victory that night. Has since raced a couple of times since then. The last time out Summerside, July the 8th, in that Phillies 1-2 class. Left 7, a little bit of interference. Sat 4, ended up 3rd, 159 the charted mile. So 6 starts this year, does have the win, and 3 third-place finishes. The record is 59-3. Post 3 tonight for Oliver Town and Murner. Also have an equipment change on the 1 Hamac Charger. Open to blinkers here and removing the Murphy blind for Hamac Charger tonight. Here's the 6 Blue Jean Baby here for Maura Kerr and William Babineau. They share ownership. Vernon McCollum trains. Jason Hughes, he gets the call here tonight on Blue Jean Baby. 9 starts this year. 3 second-place finishes and a couple of thirds as well. A third at Truro on June the 27th. There finished third. Charted 2 minutes, 2 fifths. And then went to Truro as well on July the 11th. Left 4, tracking 2 all the way. Raced pretty well. Tracking all the way second, 57-2, 28-4. So makes the move to PEI tonight. Hughes gets the call on the 6 Blue Jean Baby. Okay, getting set for race number 6 tonight from Red Shores in Summerside as the horses swinging behind the Metro Home Building Center. Starting gate back upstairs to Vance Cameron for the call.
Hamac Charger, handle on you all over town. Windermere Classy, Apple Pie Moonshine, and Blue Jean Baby. Top of the stretch. Now approaching a start. Rough and pacing Windermere Classy chases the gate out to lead them. Handle on you with the rail second. Third all over town. Fourth, that's Hamac Charger. To get away fifth is Apple Pie Moonshine. The early trailer, that's Blue Jean Baby. Up the backstretch they go. And off stride, Handle on you and on the run early. Racing to the opening quarter, the 1-9 chalk on the engine. Windermere Classy and Mark Campbell. Second, that's all over town. Then third, Hamac Charger. Racing from fourth is Apple Pie Moonshine. Fifth is Blue Jean Baby. In the backfield after the break, Handle on you. 30-1. Unstressful opening quarter and getting all the respect here on the engine. Windermere Classy as she moves off the paddock turn and takes the field towards the half mile. Tracking second all over town, Hamac Charger third, Apple Pie Moonshine fourth. Fifth is Blue Jean Baby. In the backfield, Handle on you, the trailer. They're halfway home. Windermere Classy at the half mile in a comfortable 101 flat. They move to the 5-8. Windermere Classy leading. All over town second. Third, Hamac Charger. No one, and I mean no one, has found a right line. Then in fourth, that's Apple Pie Moonshine. Blue Jean Baby fifth. And the trailer, Handle
Handle on you. They go by 3/4, positions unchanged right from the start in here. Windermere Classy at 3/4 in 1:29 and 4. Rounding the turn, an eighth of a mile out. Clear by 2. That's Windermere Classy turning home. All Over Town is second. Hamac Charger third. Apple Pie Moonshine. But it's Windermere Classy tripling up Watts and Campbell in the Sire Stakes. Hamac Charger rallied in second. All Over Town is third. But it's Windermere Classy right down the road. 1:58.2.
Okay, here's a slow-mo for race number 6 tonight from Redshores in Summerside, brought to you by Universal Media. Windermere Classy, been racing graded 1-2 in a row, one in Charlottetown, went to a Truro in the Stanfield, a winner there, and similar tactics here tonight. Mark pushes out off the wings here tonight and controls it right from the jump. 30-1 for Windermere Classy and Campbell, 1:01 still. The leaders past the half, 1:29.4, really no challenges, and down the lane they come, and their winners 1:58.2. Windermere Classy and Campbell, they win again. The natural hat trick for Windermere Classy, make it 3 in a row. Mark has 3 wins on the night. They're both back in the Woodmere Standardbred winner circle in just a moment. Also have another winner in our draw tonight. All horses entered tonight are in a draw for a Governor's Plate hat and a Governor's Plate t-shirt as well. And the winner this time is Woodmere Honeymoon. So again, the winner tonight of a Governor's Plate hat and a Governor's Plate t-shirt. All horses entered tonight for the draw. This time it's Woodmere Honeymoon.
Campbell and Watts having a large night in the Atlantic Sire Stakes department on this Friday night of Governor's Plate Week. They're tripling up this time. In the 6th, it's Windermere Classy into the winner's circle. Bay Pacing Filly 3 by Malicious off the American Ideal Dam. JK jazz it up. Owned by Windermere Farms, Brian and Ira Wallach Racing of New Jersey. Matt Burke and Don McNeil Jr. Bred by Brian and Ira Wallach Racing of New Jersey. Earl Watts the training triple. Mark Campbell the driving triple. And the filly scores her 3rd in a row. Tonight 1:58.2. Windermere Classy in the Atlantic Sire Stakes at Summerside.
The management and staff at Red Shores want your experience to be fun and entertaining. That is why we offer information on how our games work, tips to keep your gambling fun, and available community resources. For more information, please speak to one of our PlayWise advisors or stop by the PlayWise Information Center.
Here's the official results in race 6. Hamac Charger was 2nd. Handle on You 6th. All Over Town 3rd. Windermere Classy the race winner. Apple Pie Moonshine 4th. Blue Jean Baby finished 5th. They went 30-1, 1:01, 1:29.4, and the mile in 1:58.2. From the top, your program reads 263-145. Windermere Classy 210. The exactor 660, triactor 1870, and the superfactor was 859.
Okay, welcome back to the HBI broadcast desk here in Summerside tonight. It's Peter McPhee along with Lee Drake, Vance Cameron. He's in the booth calling all the action. We'll get to the 7th here, Bud Ramsey Memorial Trackside presentation after race number 7 tonight, and we'll get to the picks. First of all, I need to tell you about the All-Star Handicapping Challenge. It's back tomorrow. The All-Star Handicapping Challenge returns to Red Shores for the month of July. Garnet Barnsdale, Melissa Keith, and Ken Workington, they battle for top spot in the 4-week competition. Point totals will be updated on a weekly basis, and the winner will be crowned on Saturday, July the 26th. And Garnet, Melissa, and Ken will have their picks for tomorrow's card here in Summerside. And we'll slide in the picks here for race number 7. I'm heading towards the 7 Woodmere Delta here for Barrio. Do like the 1 here, Sensational Gal coming off the win, so moving on up the ladder here tonight. Sensational Gal and Norris Rogers, they get a good chance from the rail. We'll call for second, and I'm going to put the 6 in here, a long shot, Princess Halo for David Dowling tonight. 7-1-6 for me. Backstretch beat in the middle with 1, 7, and 3. Classifier underneath at 7, 1, and 2. 7 away from race number 7 at Red Shore Summerside.
Tonight's 7th race, Bud Ramsey Memorial with trackside presentation. Sensational Gal 1, owned by JD Racing Incorporated of Cornwall, trained by Nick Oakes, Norris Rogers drives. Royals Alley number 2, owned and trained by Ryan Dukes out of South Rustico, Kenny Murphy. Thinking of Eddie number 3, owned by Tyra Perry of Tignish and Brady Sweet of Springfield West, Brady trains and drives. 4, Stone Beach Lily, owned by Colin and Morgan Shepherd of Brackley. Morgan trains, Colin drives. 5 is Skip Across. The owners are Tara Harper, Ryan Wilkie, and Stanley Harper Jr. Stanley does the training, driven by Jason Hughes. Princess Halo 6, owned by Garth Cole of Kensington, Junior Baglow of Freetown, trained by Garth Cole. Tonight, David Dowling. 7 is Woodmere Delta, owned by Woodmere Farms of Marshfield, trained by Ron Matheson, Gilles Barrio. 8 Havarti is scratched. You have 4 minutes to post time. A special thank you to Warren Ellis and Summerside Chrysler Dodge, title sponsors of Governor's Plate 57.
The Governor's Plate is Summerside's race celebrating champions for over 50 years and making memories that last a lifetime.
Hillary on top. Hillary wins the Governor's Plate.
Acapulco and Barrio have won the Governor's Plate. Walter Simmons, it's your time. Monty McGuire wins Governor's Plate 52.
Be a part of something special this summer on Prince Edward Island. It all happens in July from Summerside PEI. The Governor's Plate, presented by Summerside Chrysler Dodge. Visit Redshores.ca for more details.
Yeah, it's here tomorrow night, Governor's Plate 57, and it's going to be a dandy. It's race number 16. It's going to go around 9 o'clock Atlantic tomorrow night. Again, I think scheduled for around 9:06, so tune in. Of course, the card starts at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Note that, 4 p.m. start for our card here tomorrow in Summerside. Race number 1. Going to be a dandy card tomorrow. Looking forward to it. But working on the 7th here tonight. It's the Bud Ramsey Memorial. We'll see the trackside presentation after this race. And we land on the 7 here. It's Woodmere Delta for Woodmere Farms and Marsfield. Ronnie Matheson trains. And Jill Barrio gets the call to drive. 5 wins last year from 25 starts. 55 the record at Truro. And you can see the horse that raced at Woodbine there during May and June. Had a start at Woodbine there in June. Left 6, finished 5th, 53-4, 28-4 for James McDonald. And then made the move back to the Maritimes. Has raced a couple of times in Charlottetown since moving back July the 3rd. That winner's a 3-5, left 5, first up, finished 4th, 59, 30-2 on the end of it, and then back again on July the 10th, left 5. Again, outside, ended up second, raced well, 56-4, 29-4. Maya won at Woodmere Delta, storming to finish second, charted 56-4. So makes the move to Summerside, gets the outside post, but the bettors are on board Woodmere Delta at 1-4.
And your final call to purchase a 50-50 draw ticket tonight. Right now, $675 going to go to the winner. Last call to get a 50-50 ticket. Right now valued at $675.
Okay, just a minute to go here before race number 7. Want to say hi to Brennan, Darren, Leanne. They're all tuning in tonight from Nova Scotia. Guys, hope you're having a great night watching Red Shores action here tonight, and wishing you all the best tonight. And glad you're watching Red Shores tonight as we talk about Sensational Gal here for JD Racing of Cornwall, and Nick Oakes, Norris Rogers gets the call, and Sensational Gal was good last time out here. Summerside 401s, left 5, pointed right down the road, and a winner, a nice winner by a length and a quarter, 56 and 28. And 2 on the end of it. We go down a little bit, June 26th, and Charlottetown left 3, finished second. Good effort there. Finished second to Carnival Heart, 57-1, 30-3. Norris did the driving on that day. So coming off a win, bumps up a little bit to the 701s tonight. Great spot to work from for Sensational Gal. Looking for 2 in a row, 6-5. Okay, that's the call to post here, so we need you in on the action. And this is Princess Halo for Gareth Cole and Alfred Baglow. They're co-owners. Gareth trains, and it's David Dowling tonight. And if you look a little closer, this horse has raced okay. Summerside, July 1st year, Canada Day, 11:01 level. Left 4, third, 57-2, 29-1. Then back in Summerside again on the 8th. At the 701s, left 5, finished 4th. Only beaten 3, 58-2. And then last time out, had to go to the 1001 level. Ended up 6th, 59. But back at the 701 level, and Dowling picks up the drive on Princess Halo tonight. Okay, getting set for race number 7 from Redshores in Summerside tonight as the horses swinging behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Let's go back upstairs to Vance Cameron for the call.
Bud Ramsey Memorial. It's the 7th, and they're lining up Sensational Gal, Royals Ali, Thinking of Eddie, Stone Beach Lily, Skip Across, Princess Halo, and Woodmere Delta. Top of the stretch. All lined up here in the 7th and approaching a start. Rough and pacing, Sensational Gal, Thinking of Eddie, Stone Beach Lily, way wide, Princess Halo. They leave out towards the rail, Royals Alley. Then around the turn in 6 is Skip Across, the early trailer. That is Woodmere Delta. On the back stretch, led by Sensational Gal, in line to Norris Rogers. Thinking of Eddie is second, then third is Stone Beach Lily, Royals Alley fourth. Fifth, that is Princess Halo. On the move in the outside 6, Woodmere Delta's underway. Trailing the field 7th, that is Skip Across. They arrived at the quarter in 28 and 3. They're racing around the paddock turn for the first time. Approaching on 3/8, led by Sensational Gal. Getting the 2-hole ride, that is Thinking of Eddie. Third at the rail, Stone Beach Lily. From the outside, moving up 4th is Woodmere Delta. Following the cover in the outside 5th is Princess Halo. Then to the outside from 6, Royals Alley, and the trailer 7th. Skip Across halfway home, led by Sensational Gal and Rogers in 58 and 4. Second is Thinking of Eddie on the outside. Third, that is Woodmere Delta. Fourth up the rail is Stone Beach Lily, racing on the outside. Fifth, that's Princess Halo. 6-1 at the rail is Skip Across on the outside. 7th, Royals Alley. Here comes the 3/4. Sensational Gal getting them there. Getting that 2-hole ride, Thinking of Eddie. Now a stall, third, Woodmere Delta. Up the rail goes Stone Beach Lily. 3/4 in 1. 27 and 2. And they're homeward bound, led by Sensational Gal. Opens by 2. Thinking of Eddie is second. Stone Beach Lily third. On the wire they come next. Sensational Gal goes all the way in line to Norris Rogers. Second is Thinking of Eddie. Woodmere Delta finishes third, and the time for the mile, 1:56 flat.
Okay, here's the slow-mo for race number 7 from Red Shores and Summerside tonight. We talked about Sensational Gal, the 401 level last week, right down the highway, scoring 56, 28, and 2. Up the ladder tonight, and similar tactics. Norris Rogers on Sensational Gal tonight. They're going to cut it and go all the way, 28 and 3, 58 and 4, and in complete control as they roll by the half here tonight. First over and a long first over for Woodmere Delta. Thinking of Eddie in the 2-hole, 127 and 2, 3/4 trip. Still Sensational Gal down the stretch they come, and Norris sitting chilly in the bike here. Nice effort again. 156. Sensational Gal going back to back at Red Shore Summerside, and she's back with Norris Rogers in the Woodmere Standardbred Winner Circle. Next. Also with another winner in our draws tonight. All the horses have been entered for Governor's Plate merchandise here tonight. And this one for a Governor's Plate duffel bag, All Over Town, the winner. You can pick up these prizes in the race office here in Summerside. So the Governor's Plate duffel bag going to the connections of All Over Town.
Countdown continues on that Norris Rogers march to 1,000. Now he's just 5 away from that magic number. Sensational Gal will take him into the 7th race winner's circle by pacing mare 4 by Roll With It Harry off the Big Jim Dam. Quick Decision, owned by JD Racing Incorporated of Cornwall, bred by Bobby Gordon of Elmsdale, trained by Nick Oakes. Norris Rogers put her on top at every call, right to her record of 156. Sensational Gal wires the 7th down in the winner's circle. The Bud Ramsey Memorial Cooler presentation, friends and family joining us on this Friday night here of Governor's Plate Week of Racing. Sensational Gal for Norris Rogers, 156. Here's the official results now in the 7th. Sensational Gal, the winner. Royals Ali 7th. Thinking of Eddie finished 2nd. Stone Beach Lily 4th. Skip Across was 6th. Princess Halo finished 5th. Woodmere Delta 3rd. Have Hearty was scratched. Fractions of 28 and 3, 58 and 4, 127 and 2, and the mile 156. In review 172. 4, 6, 5, 3 scratched. Sensational Gal 320. The Exactor 1110. Triactor 4110. Superfecta 1531.
Okay, working on race number 8 tonight from Red Shores in Summerside. Welcome back to the HBI broadcast desk tonight. I'm Peter McPhee in Summerside tonight. We've been great racing through 7. We're working on the 8th here. Lee Drake is here as well. Vance Cameron in the booth calling all the action. We're going to get to the picks in just a moment. But first of all, I want to tell you about our late pick 4, which starts on this race here tonight. Red Shores Racing excited to offer a new pick 4. As part of the 2025 wagering menu, the late pick 4 will be on the last 4 races of every card in Summerside and Charlottetown and features a $1,000 guaranteed pool with the low 15% takeout. And thank you again to Atlantic Post Calls. They're the sponsor of the paddock camp for Red Shores this year. Great to have them on board here. As we take a look at the picks here for race number 8, I'm heading towards the 5, TH Boomtown here tonight for Joe Barrio and Ron Matheson. They'll move in a little bit due to the scratch of the 4 Pendleton Rodeo here tonight. So I do like TH Boomtown. Going to put the 1 in here, Jules Dragon, for a Red Heart Mark Campbell. Mark already with 3 wins on the program, and he has 17 for Governor's Plate Week, leading the way in the Basil Whalen Memorial Drivers Competition for Governor's Plate Week. So Jules Dragon for 2nd here, and I'm going to put Jack Boswell in for 3rd here. Paul Lanza will do the driving tonight. 5-1-2 for me. Backstretch beat, that's Nick Oakes tonight. 1, 2, and 5, and classifier underneath with the 2. Obviously, these picks in before the scratch. Lakes the 2 and the 5 for third. 7 away from race number 8 tonight in Summerside.
Eighth race on Post Parade, Jules Dragon number 1, home with Nick McGilvery of Cornwall, trained by Landon Campbell. Mark Campbell drives. Jack Boswell number 2, owned by Mark and Keith McDonnell of Port Hood. Blandis Young of Long Point, Nova Scotia, trained by Keith McDonnell. Paul Langell catch drives. Hamac Exclusive 3 on the Leith Wade, Leslie Wade, and Jimmy Gorman. Leslie does the training. Corey McPherson drives. 4 is Scratch. 5 is T.H. Boomtown, owned by Dr. Don Ling and Wayne McDougall of Stratford. Trained by Ronnie Matheson, Gilles Barriol. 4 minutes to post time. Thank you to Donnie McRae and McRae's Backhoe and Trucking, title sponsors of the 2025 Atlantic Sire Stakes.
Okay, getting set for race number 8 tonight here in Summerside. Exactor here, the 20-cent super, the try as well. Started the guaranteed 20-cent pick 4. No show wagering here, but if you're on track, take your ticket with the wild horses. Jackpot $25. 4 Pendleton Rodeo is out, so we are down to a field of 4 here. We land on T.H. Boomtown here for Dr. Don Ling and Wayne McDougall. They're the co-owners, Ron Matheson Trains, and Jill Barrio gets the call to drive. 9 wins last year from 20 starts. 54-2 was the record at Mohawk. And we'll take a look at the lines here since the horse has come back. You can see the last time out, July the 12th at the 1901s, left the back tier, 5th, 3rd, middle part of the mile, 3rd at the top of the lane, finishes 3rd to All About the Cash and Jules Dragon, 55-4, 28-2 from the back tier in Charlottetown on July the 12th. On the 5th, the start prior to that, left 2, finished 2nd to Malignity. Nice trip, 54-2 for T.H. Boomtown, the charter trip. And the closer was 28-3. So the horse has been racing well, knocking on the door here for a win. Makes the move to Summerside here tonight and slides in a spot due to the scratch of the 4, T.H. Boomtown and Barrio 8-5. Here's the 1 Jules Dragon tonight for Nick McGilvery of Cornwall. Landon Campbell trains. Mark Campbell does the driving. Take a look at the line. June 14th, Charlottetown, 16:01 level off the rail. Pointed to the lead and led. Gate to wire. Nice win. 56, 28 and 4 to close it out. Won by 2 1/4 at the 16:01 level. And the reason I pointed out is that's the class tonight at the 16:01s here tonight. So again, that horse can win from the rail. He's got the rail here tonight for Campbell. The last couple have been up the ladder. 19:01's last time out. He raced well, left 5. You can see he was outside middle part of the mile, 4th at the top of the lane, sprints home in 28 seconds flat and just misses at the very end. All About the Cash won it. This guy charging on the end of it to finish second. 55 and 3 the chart at mile. So Sharp of late, again making the move to Summerside and gets the rail. Mark looking for win number 4 on the night. Jules Dragon 6-5. Here's the next door neighbor to Jules Dragon, Jack Boswell tonight for Mark and Keith McDonnell. Glennis Young, they all share the ownership. Keith trains. Paul Angel will do the driving here tonight. Jack Boswell, he's put together a nice year already. 7 starts. He does have 3 wins and a second. 53 and 4 already this year, and that was 3 down at the PEI Colt Stakes there, June the 21st in Charlottetown. Off the rail, Campbell drove them, and they were wire-to-wire winners in 53 and 4, 28 on the end of it. He's raced a couple of times since then, post 5 in Summerside here back on July the 1st. A good second to Little Leroy in 54 and 3. And his last start, Charlottetown, at the 19:01s, left 7, finished 5th, but only beaten a length and 3/4, 56 the charted time, 28 seconds on the end of it. He's another guy that's been racing very well. Jack Boswell and Langell 9-5.
Okay, so getting set to go here for race number 8 in Summerside tonight. And the All-Star Handicapping Challenge continues tomorrow night. So you get Ken Morkington and Melissa Keith and Garnet Barnsdale. Ken leads the way, and you can follow them on their social media campaigns as well. It's going to be interesting to see how they lay out the program for tomorrow night. I know Peter has seen some of those picks coming in, and they're in my email chain. I just haven't got a chance to get to them yet, but it should be a fun competition tomorrow night, Peter, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Like you said, Kenny's got the lead after 2 heats, but again, Garnet and Melissa, they'll have something to say before it's over, Lee.
Countdown clocks in for race number 8. The Metro Home Building Center starting gate has the field, and we'll go back upstairs for the race call. Here's Vance Cameron.
Jules Dragon, Jack Boswell, Hamac Exclusive, TH Boomtown, scratched down to a field of 4 here in the 8th. Top of the stretch. Approaching a start. Rough and pacing, and all 4 of them are leaving out. Jules Dragon along the rails. Second is Jack Boswell. TH Boomtown drives up 3rd. Then the early trailer 4th. Hamac Exclusive as they round the turn, led by Jules Dragon and Mark Campbell. Here comes TH Boomtown up to engage the leader in the early going. 3rd up the rail, Jack Boswell trailing the field. That's Hamac Exclusive 4th on by the quarter. And TH Boomtown has cleared the lead for Barrio. The opening panel up. Boom! Just like that, 27-3 opened it up. TH Boomtown now the leader. Racing from second is Jules Dragon, out of the turn 3rd. Jack Boswell trailing 4th. That is Hamac Exclusive. This tiny field of 4, solid fraction to open it up. They're halfway home now, led by TH Boomtown. Jules Dragon 2nd, Jack Boswell 3rd. Hamac Exclusive 4th, 57-6
seconds flat. The halfway home time by the 5/8. They're led there by T.H. Boomtown. Jules Dragon second. There goes Jack Boswell up on the outside third, trailing fourth, but not out of this one. That's Almac Exclusive. Quarter of a mile left to go. T.H. Boomtown the leader. Jack Boswell the challenger. Jules Dragon in the pocket third. Almac Exclusive fourth. 1:25 and 4 was 3/4 of a mile, and they're homeward bound. T.H. Boomtown. Jack Boswell on the outside is taken over. Almac Exclusive. Jules Dragon up the rail. Wow! Jules Dragon and Campbell had won another one. It's Jules Dragon here in the 8th, stopping the clock in 1:54.2.
Okay, here's the slow-mo for race number 8 for Red Shores and Summerside tonight. A 4-horse field and a great finish. Wow. Jules Dragon skimming the cones late to get it done for Campbell. Mark has 4 wins on the night and make it 18 on the week here. T.H. Boomtown, he leaves hard off the wings and he wants to cut it. Pays a little bit of a price here tonight, 27 and 3 for Barrio. They're going to cut it 57. Jules Dragon in the pocket, first over for Jack Boswell. Swing by 3/4, 125 and 4. The 4 of them are going to duke it out down the lane, 5 in the middle. 2 came first on the outside, but look who's skimming the cones late. Yeah, it's Jules Dragon. He's going to reach up and score for Campbell. Number 4 on the night. They are in the Woodmere Standardbred winner circle. Next.
Well, that was the most exciting 4-horse race you'll ever come across, and it happens on Governor's Plate week on this Friday night here in Summerside. Jules Dragon has won it, going to the Woodmere Standardbreds Winners Circle, pacing Brown Gelding 9 by Custard the Dragon. Off the Artist Cape Dam White Sand Jewel. Nick McGilvery of Cornwall, bred by the Sea Spray Stables of British Columbia, trained by Landon Campbell. Mark Campbell's having another great night here in Summerside. 4th trip to the winner's circle. Time for the mile in 1:54 and 2. Jules Dragon and the Campbell Grand Slam in the 8th. Now the official results in race 8, Jules Dragon the winner, Jack Boswell 3rd, Almac Exclusive 4th, Pendleton Rodeo was scratched, T.H. Boomtown finished 2nd, 27 and 3, 57, 125 and 4, and the mile 1:54 and 2. In review, 134, scratch 2. Jules Dragon 840 to win. The exactor was 810, triactor 2430, superfecta 332.
Okay, so getting ready to go here for race number 9 coming up next here at Red Shores in Summerside. We had our outdoor broadcast location for Governor's Plate 57, which is coming up tomorrow night. Of course, the post time is at 4 o'clock, and we'll take you through an action-packed card, 16 races on the card. We should let you know that the motorcade comes in after race 4. That'll be around 5 o'clock, a little after that, so that'll be a little downtime. And then we'll roll on through the night. We'll keep a track on the Basil Whalen Memorial as well, Peter. And it's been, Mark Campbell's really running away with this now.
Yeah.
He's got another card to come tomorrow night, of course, but he's got a good lead at this point.
He does. Lee has 4 wins tonight. That makes 18 on the week for Mark, and he does have a sizable lead heading into tomorrow night. But there is 16 dashes tomorrow night, so anything can happen. But again, note the post time tomorrow for our Governor's Plate program. It is 4 p.m.
Now, Summerside's race, Governor's Plate, is brought to you by Summerside Chrysler Dodge. And it's on the Action Corner where customer service is their number one priority. And I can speak to that because we have vehicles with Warren and his team proudly serving customers since 1947. Okay, let's roll in the picks here as we get ready to go in the Atlantic. Post calls, Paddock Cam. And Peter's having a good night at the desk. So is Backstretch Beat. Actually, Classifier's Choice, you're all in the mix here tonight.
Yep.
And, wow, we're all leaning on a pretty cool theme here with the 3.
Yeah, hard to go against Bad Girl Bridget here and Jason Hughes. They've been a great combination throughout the year, already with 3 wins from 4 starts, 6 wins from 7 starts last year. So, yeah, 3 for me, 1 for second. I do like Elm Grove Talia here for Dowling on the rail. And I'm going to put the 8 in, Woodmere Honeymoon and Barrio on the outside. 3-1-8 for me. Nick Oakes at Backstretch Beat at 3-1 and 2 in the classifier. Underneath at 3-2 and 4. Horses on the way for the 9th next.
Fifth and the final division of the Atlantic Sire Stakes for the 9th race parade, Elm Grove Talia 1, owned by Kingsley Walsh, Sam Walsh, Frank Balcom, and Shane Baglow. David Dowling trains and drives. Lady Lamorai, number 2, owned by Marcia Knox of Stanhope. Adam Berner trains and drives. Bad Girl Bridget, number 3, Bill Lanigan of Montague owns and trains. Jason Hughes up. Woodmere Flojo, number 4, owned by Go With The Flow Racing of Charlottetown, trained by Jamie Smith, driven by Corey McPherson. Mind, Body, and Soul wears number 5, owned by Windermere Farms, Beryl McNeil, Sterling Buchanan, and Jack Wynn. Earl Watts does the conditioning, driven by Mark Campbell. Mimosa Mapo is the 6, owned by Haley Curry from Rocky Point. Claire McDonald trains and drives. 7 is Red Dirt Rocket, owned by Josh McDonald of Little Pond and Glenn Dunn of Somerville. Mike McGuigan, trainer-driver. Number 8 is Woodmere Honeymoon, owned by Herman McQuaid, Mike May, and Krista Dunsford, trained by Adam Murner. Jill Barrio catch drives at 4 minutes to post time. Lee and Peter are next with a special message from the Gold Cup and Saucer ambassadors.
Well, that's right, Vance, and they actually recorded some messages for the Governor's Plate for Plate 57 with the ambassadors, and here they are.
Hi, we're the 2025 Gold Cup and
Sponsor Ambassadors. Don't miss the 57th running of the Governor's Plate presented by Summerside Chrysler Dodge. The Governor's Plate is Summerside's signature race on Saturday, July 19th with a post time of 4 p.m.
For post times, race day broadcasts, and more, go to Redshores.ca.
And we had a chance to introduce them a little earlier, Peter, and getting some messages out, and follow them on our social media campaigns, whether you're on Instagram or on Facebook or on X, which is formerly Twitter, of course, and they're doing some great work.
Yeah, they are. Like you said, we introduced them the first weekend of July, Lee, and great to see them. And again, a great message here for Governor's Plate Week, and we're going to see lots of them between now and the Gold Cup and Saucer.
So we're going to make our way out the track, and we should add another winner in the Governor's Plate prize draws. So Tara Bolton-Meyer is putting those together tonight, and horse in this race, the ownership group, Woodmere Flojo, is going to win one of those prize packs as well. It's a duffel bag and a T-shirt and a golf shirt, so and a hat, I think. So really, really nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's make our way out, and we're just going to track along here for race number 9, Atlantic Sire Stakes, 3-year-old fillies. They go for $18,080, and Bad Girl Bridget really taking a lot of the headlines here, Peter, and for good reason. 3 for 3, deserves all the credit. And Bill Lanigan, 92 years old, still involved in this game. Raised by Blaine Sudbury of Kensington and went through the Atlanta Classic yearling sale in 2023, and boy, is she really getting a fan base here.
Yeah, she sure is, Lee, and for good reason. Truro Atlantic Sire Stakes there, June 6th. Right down the road for Jason, 56-3, 28-2 in the Atlantic Sire Stakes. Nice win. Then to Charlottetown, the fillies non-winners at 16:01, makes a break, recovers late, and wins 56-2. And how about the final panel in that race? It was 27 seconds flat, so a real big win there. And then Charlottetown again, fillies non-winners at 19:01, left 5, and was a winner, 54-4. 28 seconds flat. So back in against the 3-year-old fillies this time in the A division, looking for 4 in a row as Bad Girl Bridget and the Blue Knight Jason Hughes.
Now time to check your 50-50 draw tickets. Tonight valued at $766. The winning number, 175254. Tonight's 50-50 winning number for $766 is 175254. There is a second chance draw using those 50-50 tickets. It's for a jacket, compliments of Stephen Arsenault Insurance, 178349. Winning number for the jacket, 178349. Good luck.
All right, there's a look at Elm Grove Talia going in front of the crowd here now. Atlantic Sire Stakes, David Dowling training and driving for Kingsley Walsh, Donnie Walsh, Frank Balcom, and Shane Baglow as they get ready to go here. Coming into this one from the rail here tonight, Peter, going to be well placed for this matchup, and a big effort from post 6 last time too.
I think that's the key, Lee. You look down the lines here, the horses had 6, 7, 6, 6 as post positions, so inside here tonight, and I think going to be a real nice trip along the cones. Atlantic Sire Stake A's in Truro back on June the 6th, a good second to Bad Girl Bridget, 57-2, the charted mile for Italia. Then back to Charlottetown on the 19th, sent down the road and collared late by Steady Heart, still raced well, 55-4. And then last time out in the Stanfield, again, she raced really well, left 6, first up at the half, and then leading at the top of the stretch, comes home to win by 3 1/4, 55-3, 29 seconds on the end of it. She's been sharp all season long here, and I like her for part of the ticket here on the rail tonight, 5-1.
Well, you're looking for a value price here, Peter, and you're going to get it at this price at 30-1. But I think I know the angle you're going at here with Woodmere Honeymoon and Herman McQuaid and Mike May and Christia Dunsford, Adam Murner training and Gilles Barrio driving. Those are that closing quarters.
Oh, yeah, look at them, Lee. 27-2, 27-4, 28-1, and a winner last time out off the 27-4 closer at 55-3. So, yeah, I'm going to take a swing on the outside here to round it out. I like a 3-1-8.
Countdown clock's in for the 9th. Live from Red Shores in Summerside. And our world headquarters at Redshores.ca. I know Darren likes that line. Back up stairs for the race call. Here's Vance Cameron.
5th and final division of the Sire Stakes. They're lining up, full field of 8. Rail out. Elm Grove Talia. Lady Lamorai. Bad Girl Bridget. Woodmere Flojo. Mind, Body, and Soul. Mimaz Amapo. Red Dirt Rocket. Woodmere Honeymoon on the grandstand side. Post time. Ralph N. pacing. Elm Grove Talia leaves out. Lady Lamorai alongside. Bad Girl Bridget. Third one to the turn to get away. Fourth, Woodmere Flojo. Then the fifth one is Mind, Body, and Soul. 6 is Mimaz Amapo. On the outside, 7 as they go to the backstretch. Woodmere Honeymoon. Then the trailer. Red Dirt Rocket. They're quarter full bound. Elm Grove Talia for David Dowling out in front. Lady Lamorai is second. Bad Girl Bridget watches it all in the early going from third. Fourth on the cones is Woodmere Flojo. Mind, Body, and Soul. She's tipped out from fifth. They went the quarter in just 29-3, having her own way on the front end. Elm Grove, Talia, and Dowling. 2-hole ride. Lady Lamorai. Bad Girl Bridget has a decision to make from third, coming towards the half mile, and she makes it right now. Edged out. Fourth up the inside is Woodmere Flojo. Mind, Body, and Soul moving up fifth. Then in sixth is Woodmere Honeymoon. Up the rail seventh, Mimaz Amapo. On the outside eighth is Red Dirt Rocket. Just 59 seconds flat for A. Phillies by the 5-8. Dowling on the front end with Elm Grove Talia. They're going to quicken it now. Bad Girl Bridget on the outside is on her wheel. Lady Lamorai along the rail third. Fourth on the outside, that is Woodmere Flojo. We're down to 4 of them, and the tempo is picked up on the front end. Elm Grove Talia, 3/4 in 1:27 flat. 28 seconds in the third. Oh, they're picking them up, and they're putting them down now, folks, and they're in the home stretch. Elm Grove Talia the leader. Bad Girl Bridget, one final shot on the outside, on the wire next. Bad Girl Bridget, the Blue Knight used, gets her home. Elm Grove Talia second. Third is Lady Lamorai, and the time for the mile, 1:55 flat.
All right, let's have a look at the Universal Media slow-mo for you, and the big screen in the center field as well. You can take a closer look here as well. And, well, Peter, Bad Girl Bridget and the Blue Knight, they waited. And they waited, and then they moved past the half here, and you just continue to move on here. Sent off at 1-9, gets up in deep stretch to get it all.
Yeah, she was, of course, Lee, running at a racetrack late here, but Jason's going to get her there at the very end. Elm Grove Talia controls it all the way, 29-3, 59. Jason goes first up, grinds through 127, still Talia, but reaching up at the very end is Bad Girl Bridget. She just knows where the wire is. She'd won her last few races by a quarter of a length, a half length, and less than a length there tonight. But guess what? She always finds the winner's circle, and she does here again tonight. Hughes and Bad Girl Bridget in the Woodmere Standardbred winner's circle in just a moment.
Bad Girl Bridgette going to the Woodmere Standardbridge Winners Circle here in the 9th. Pacing filly 3 by Stonebridge Terror. Off the Badlands Hanover Dam, What a Bad Girl. Owned and trained by a pioneer of the harness racing industry and PEI, Bill Lanigan of Montague. Bred by Blaine Sudsbury. The Blue Knight, Jason Hughes, along for the ride. The filly has her own back half tonight in 55 and change. She stops the clock in 155 flat. Bad Girl Bridgette in the Atlantic Sire Stakes during Governor's Plate week of racing at Summerside with the Winner's Circle presentation. Here's the official results from the 9th race. Elm Grove Talia was second. Lady Lamurai third. Bad Girl Bridgette the race winner. Woodmere Flojo fourth. Mind, Body, and Soul finished sixth. Mimaz Mapo was eighth. Red Dirt Rocket finished seventh. Woodmere Honeymoon fifth. They went 29 and 3. 59. 127 and the mile 155. From the top, your program reads 231 468 75. Bad Girl Bridgette 210. The Exactor 310. The Triactor 1350. Superfecta $1.99.
Hey, welcome back to Race Day Live here in Summerside on this Friday night. We have the Tarmac Tunes going tonight, and if you're at my broadcast location here, Peter's inside in the air-conditioned comfort right now. You get some great tunes here, like A Little Dust in the Bottle from David Lee Murphy. Anyway, so the HPI Governor's Plate Week offer continues. It has one more day to go. We have these couple of races, and then tomorrow. And customers, PI customers, and players across the country wager $25 or more per card receive 5% cash back during Governor's Plate Week here from Red Shores. Summerside, from all the information and those great offers, you can sign up for free at hpibet.com, or you can go to the App Store now on your phone and just download the app. Easy peasy. Get ready to go. Bet anywhere with HPI Bet. Let's slide in the picks here as we get to go to look to the Paddock Cam, brought to you by Atlantic Post Calls. And I know you and Vance, Peter, are going to be up for the feature here.
Yep.
And you're leaning on the 3.
Yeah, I do like Montario here tonight for David. Dowling has been sharp. Does have a win, 2 down. Good third last time out. Going to go with Montario. Do like the 1, Elroy Shiner from the wheel. Sweet will have this horse up near the action. And the 2, Mr. Kelly, was a winner at this level. If you slide down the lines there, 4 back in 56. So 3-1-2 for me. Backstretch beat, having a good night. Nick Oakes, 2, 3, and 4. Classifier along the bottom, 3-1 and 2. Horses on the way for race number 10 at Red Shores Summerside.
Not that I'm going to have my picks in there, but 3-2-5 is what I'm going with.
3-2-5, okay,
Yeah.
mark that down.
Montario back-to-back 53 and 4 miles at 2 different tracks. So, hey, why not?
Tenth race on parade. Elroy Shiner 1, owned by Frank Sweet of Knutsford, trained by Jeff Holmes. Brady Sweet driving. Mr. Kelly, number 2, owned by Marcia Knox, Corey Livingston, Kevin Teasdale, and Dustin McGinnis. Adam Murder trains and drives. 3, Montario, owned by Jennifer Ritchie of Kingston, New Brunswick, trained and driven by David Dowling. 4, Hamac Charmer, owned by Doug Williams of Guelph, Ontario, trained by Kyle Williams, Corey McPherson. 5 is Sobble Attack, owned by Paul Vigor of Tyne Valley and Don Callback of Summerside, trained by Paul Vigor, Kenny Murphy's in the sulky. 4 minutes to post time. And gentlemen, we're coming up with our selections here in race number 10 on this Friday night of Governor's Plate, a week of racing. And once again, our friends we thank at Results Marketing and Advertising for their continued presentation of the Vance Cam. I'm on to the 3, Montario, with those back-to-back trips in 53 and 4. The little horse, Petey, just gives you a solid effort every time he lines up behind the starting gate, and we'll think he'll give another one tonight. I'm going to go to the 5, Sobble Attack. A race real big from coming off the pace his last start, paced in 54, and he closed it out in 28-1. He'll have to have that same kind of trip from post 5 tonight. Going to go to 4, Hamac Charmer for 3rd, and if you play the super, I'm on to Mr. Kelly. I like 3, 5, 4, 2 here in the 10th. Peter, your choices.
Vance, I'm with you for the winner, Montario. As you know, he's one of my favorites. Like you said, shows up every week, and he seems to grind out the victories, Vance. He's got 40 lifetime wins. His last one was number 40. So, yeah, he shows up to race every week. Like you said, I do like Montario tonight. I'm going to go to the 1, Elroy Shiner here for second. I think Sweet's going to have this horse up hand of the action. They usually like to leave, so I think he'll be up close. And Mr. Kelly, if you go down the lines there, you can see on the 17th here in Summerside at this level, left 3, pointed all the way from Erner in 56, and he closed it out in 27 and 4. So I'm at a 3, 1, 2 here in the feature, and Lee Drake, he's got his picks in as well. Lee going 3, 2, and 5. Race number 10. It'll be the feature here in Summerside tonight.
tonight's winner of the 50-50 draw for the cash, the McCacheran Stable. Congratulations.
All right, there's a look at the odds boards for you. Getting ready to go here in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Live from Summerside tonight. 9-2 service on Elroy Shiner. Mr. Kelly coming in at 8-5. Then the 3. Ontario 6-5. 6-1 choice right now. Halmac Charmer. And Solvable Attack at 7-2. Power Pack Field of 5. Countdown clock is in. Seconds away from a start. Friday night in Summerside as the horses line up behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Back upstairs, the race call. Here's Vance Cameron.
Elroy Shiner, Mr. Kelly, Manterio, Halmac Charmer, Sobble Attack on the gate. It's the 10th. Top of the stretch. Here they come. Rough and pacing, Elroy Shiner is firing out. Halmac Charmer second, third into the turn, Mr. Kelly away fourth. Manterio followed by the trailer, Sobble Attack. They're at the 8th pole and the front stepping. Elroy Shiner will lead them to the backstretch. Halmac Charmer on the outside up to challenge the leader. Third up the rail, Mr. Kelly. Honor to it and at it and to it on the front end here. Elroy Shiner along the rail. Halmac Charmer on the outside. Third, that is Mr. Kelly. They opened it up to the big time tune of boom! Just like that, 27 seconds flat. Open this one up. Halmac Charmer made the lead with McPherson, but he paid the big time price. Second is Elroy Shiner, Mr. Kelly third. Manterio fourth. There goes Sobble Attack, sent to the outside from fifth. Halfway home in the 10th. Now led by Halmac Charmer, 55 and 2 the half mile with 3/8 of a mile left to go. Halmac Charmer takes him by the 5/8. Elroy Shiner second from the outside. Third is Sobble Attack. Fourth on the cones. That's Mr. Kelly. Manterio on the outside fifth. They're arriving at 3/4. Halmac Charmer is there. Elroy Shiner on his back. Sobble Attack between horses third. 1:24 and 4/3/4 of a mile. Now they're in the home stretch. Halmac Charmer the leader. Way wide Manterio. Elroy Shiner coming up between horses. On the wire next. Halmac Charmer brought the A-game tonight and wins with McPherson. Then Manterio and Mr. Kelly. But it's Halmac Charmer, the talk of the town tonight. Wow! 1:53. 3.
All right, the Universal Media slow-mo for you for the 10th race here in Summerside tonight, Peter. And the 3 was coming late here, but 8-1 odds for Hal Mac Charmer. Gets it done in 53-3. What a trip here tonight.
Got to tip your hat to him, Lee. He was parked over to the opening split in 27 seconds flat. The 1 and the 4 duking it out. Charmer takes the lead, and they go past the half in a rocking 55 seconds flat. The backside was 124 and 4, and he's going to put them all the way deep in the lane. You said Ontario was coming along with Mr. Kelly, but Hal Mac Charmer, tip your hat to him, stung early, hangs around late, and wins 153-3. What a trip here tonight. McPherson and Hal Mac Charmer back in the Woodmere Standardbreds winner circle next.
Last year's age pacing horse of the year here in Summerside. Tonight, he's the longest shot on the infield tote board. That means nothing. He's going to the Woodmere Standardbreds winners circle here in race number 10. I'm speaking of Hal Mac Charmer. Bay pacing gelding 5 by Militias. From the Apache's famed dam, Jojo Shabla. Home of Doug Williams of Guelph, Ontario, bred by the Hal Mac Farms Limited. Trained by Kyle Williams, Corey McPherson, second winner tonight for the double. And the horse has never, and I mean never been better than he was tonight here in Summerside. It's a new pacing record and an excellent trip of 153-3. Hal Mac Charmer in the 10th. Here's the official results from the 10th race. Elroy Shiner 4th, Mr. Kelly 3rd, Menterio 2nd, Hal Mac Charmer the race winner. Sobel Attack finished 5th, 27-55-2, 124-4, and the mile 153-3. In review 432-15. Hal Mac Charmer $19 on the nose. The exactor $62.60. Triactor $107. Superfecta $36.79. 11th, and the Super High Five next. 10 minutes.
Hamac Charmer rather, at $19 to win. And look at that triactor, $107. I want to show you this because I picked up one tonight. This is these are the brand new. These are the Governor's Plate starter shirts. They're Prince County Horsemen's Club have them on location on the tarmac here in their booth. That looks sharp. And Scott was joking with me. Yeah, it looks so much better when I have that up. But these are sharp-looking shirts. If you want to get a add to your collection like I did, Peter, let them look sharp.
They look great. Love the colors.
Yeah, I've been working out again, back to a large.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but
anyway, what a great night. We're going to round it up here with race number 11 and your super high five. Of course, end off with the late pick 4 as well in that final sequence as well.
Yep.
As we get going. So there's a look at the super high five. We have 2 of them on the card. They come up in the race 5, then they come again, of course, on the final race of the night, and that low 15% takeout. And I know you're going to have your ticket here very shortly as well. So let's take in the picks here for race number 11 as we go to the paddock cam, brought to you by Atlantic Post Calls for the last race of the night. And they're getting ready to come out here. And John Power, our paddock judge, will give them the signal when they're ready to come out here, and you'll see them coming out. So Peter working on a 6-1-4 here, Pete.
Yeah, I do like the 6 here tonight on the drop. That's Rock'em Sock'em Scott here for Barrio and Matheson. 5 wins last year, 55 over Redshores and Charlottetown. Dropping down was racing a 13:01 in Charlottetown, so dropping down tonight here in Summerside. I'm going to go to the 6 and Barrio here tonight. One's going to be tough off the rail. J.J. Patrick with the driver change to Mark Campbell here tonight. Mark having a nice night already with 4 wins, so he's looking for the high 5 here tonight. And I'm going to put the 4 in here, Western Delight for Ryan DeRoche. Adds the tail tie tonight. He's been racing pretty good. He's been on the edges, but the trips have been pretty good, and he did storm home in 28-3 last time out. So I'm at 6-1-4. Nick Oakes having a nice night with backstretch beat. He's 1-6-3, and the classifier at 4-6-7. Horses on the way for the finale here on a Friday night in Summerside.
Eleventh race on track for Parade. J.J. Patrick won, owned by Mark Oland and Rick Armstrong of Summerside. Rick does the training. Mark Campbell tonight. Silver Hill Lightning 2, owned and trained by Stacey Darragh from Stratford. Adam Murder. 3, the Tulsa King, owned by Josh McDonald, Mike Dix, and Cam McDonald. Mike McGuigan trains and drives. Western Delight number 4, owned by Colin Murphy of Albany and Luke Burke from Donaldston. Luke does the training. Ryan DeRoche drives. 5 is Crosscut, owned by Mitchell Ellsworth of St. Louis, trained by Jay Noy. Zach Noy drives. Rock'em Sock'em Scott is 6, owned by Gerard Kennedy from Marion Bridge, Nova Scotia, trained by Ron Matheson. Gilles Barriol. JK's Henry number 7, owned by Alan Smith of Brookfield and Brad Smith of North Wiltshire. Brad trains and drives. 8 is Shake Me Up Hanover. Colin Shepard of Brackley owns and drives. Morgan Shepherd trains. 4 minutes to post time. We're back with live racing tomorrow afternoon, featuring Governor's Plate 57, presented by Summerside Chrysler Dodge. First race post time, 4 p.m.
That's right, Vance. It's going to be a dandy 16 dashes on the program, featuring the Governor's Plate, presented by Summerside Chrysler Dodge. That'll be race number 16. It's going to go around 9 o'clock or so. I think the schedule post is 9:06, so we'll be ready and around there for Governor's Plate 57 tomorrow. And again, like Van said, first post is 4 p.m. as we got our Super High 5 tickets up here to close it out on a Friday night. I do like the 6 with the 1 and the 4. I'm going to put the 3 in for 4th and the 7 in for 5th. I'm at 61437. Vance next door, he's with the 6, the 3, the 7, the 8, and the 4 here as we round it out in Summerside tonight. A race number 11 with the Super High 5. Need you in on the action here tonight. Good luck with your picks in the Super High 5. Okay, last chance to bet on the live tonight in Summerside. Let's take a look at the board before we go. J.J. Patrick for Campbell, looking for win number 5 tonight is Mark. 3-2, Silver Hill Lightning at 18-1. The Tulsa King, 7-1. Western Delight taking money, 2-1. Crosscut is 24-1. Rock'em Sock'em Scott Barrio, 3-1. J.K.'s Henry Smith, 6-1. Looking for 3 in a row. And 17-1 on Shake Me Up Hanover and Shepherd. That's how the line up here. Good luck with your selections in the finale tonight. Okay, getting set for race number 11 from Redshores and Summerside tonight is the horses swinging behind the Metro Home Building Center. Starting gate, Vance, just one more sleep to Governor's Plate 57. Up to you for the call.
And you know, even at 65 feet, I get excited still. And it's going to be a dandy day. The weatherman's going to be with us. We've got a fantastic 16 race presentation leading up to that 16th, and that's plate 57, Pete. Looking forward to it. They're lining up here in the nightcap. J.J. Patrick, Silver Hill Lightning, the Tulsa King, Western Delight, Crosscut, Rockin' Sock'em Scott, J.K.'s Henry, Shake Me Up Hanover, Super High Five, Post Time. Rough and pacing. Western Delight is leaving out. J.J. Patrick at the rail, joining them on the outside. Rock'em Sock'em Scott is out there 3 deep third. To get away fourth, Silver Hill Lightning, the Tulsa King fifth. Then in sixth, Crosscut. 7, J.K.'s Henry, and the trailer Shake Me Up Hanover on the back stretch. And Rock'em Sock'em Scott for Jill Perriot take over the lead as they arrive at the quarter. J.J. Patrick now second. Third, that's Western Delight racing from fourth on the cone. Silver Hill Lightning, they opened it up big time, 27-4. Straight alignment as they round the paddock turn here by the 3/8. The fired up leader, Rock'em Sock'em Scott. Then in second, J.J. Patrick, Western Delight third, Silver Hill Lightning fourth. Starting the backfield in motion now. There goes the Tulsa King to the outside fifth. Crosscut will follow out sixth. Seventh is J.K.'s Henry, and up the rail the trailer. Shake Me Up Hanover halfway home, 57 and 3. Around the turn, arriving at 5/8. Rock'em Sock'em Scott on the lead. J.J. Patrick second. Third is Western Delight. Up fourth on the outside, the Tulsa King. On the cones fifth, Silver Hill Lightning. Crosscut is sixth. Seventh going up the inside. Shake Me Up Hanover. Trailing the field, J.K.'s Henry. 3/4 in the books. Rock'em Sock'em Scott was there. 1:26 and 3 from the outside. Second, Western Delight. J.J. Patrick is right with them third, and they're homeward bound. Rock'em Sock'em Scott. Western Delight on the outside. J.J. Patrick closes up at the rail. On the wire, Western Delight will get there for Ryan Darage. J.J. Patrick at the inside second. Third is Rock'em Sock'em Scott. And the time for the mile, 1:55.2.
Okay, here's the slow-mo for race number 11 from Redshores and Summerside tonight. A good one here. We had this boxed with our picks here tonight. Did like Western Delight for third, but got to give him a hat tip here tonight. He raced really well. Rock'em Sock'em Scott, he shoots off the wings here tonight. 27-4 for Barrio. They're going to cut it. J.J. Patrick sitting 2 at that point. And then it was Western Delight through 57-3, still the 6th. They swung to the backside, 1:26 and 3, and out pops Western Delight. He's going to challenge the 6 around the last turn and down the stretch. He's full of momentum on the end of the mile, and he's going to win. Western Delight here for Darage to close it out, 1:55 and 2. J.J. Patrick in for second. Rock'em Sock'em Scott's third, 4:16 in race number 11. At Redshore, Summerside and Western Delight and Ryan Darage. They're coming back to the Woodmere Standardbred Winner Circle.
Western Delight on his way to the 11th race winner's circle. Bay-facing gelding, the 13-year-old son of Better's Delight, off the Art Escape Dam. Dreamy Lover, owned by Colin Murphy of Albany and Luke Burke from Donaldson. Luke does the training. Ryan DeRoche picks up his second winner tonight for the double. Time for the mile, 1:55 and 2. Western Delight for the Ryan DeRoche double in the Super High 5. Now the official results in the 11th, J.J. Patrick second, Silver Hill Lightning fifth, the Tulsa King was eighth, Western Delight the race winner, Crosscut finished seventh, Rock'em Sock'em Scott was third, J.K.'s Henry sixth, Shake Me Up Hanover fourth, 27 and 4, 57 and 3, 126 and 3, and the mile 155 and 2. From the top, your program reads 258-173-64. Western Delight paid $550. The exactor 1810. The triactor 6370. That Super High 5, it has yet to be posted. The late daily double returning 71-20, and that will conclude our live presentation on this Friday night here in Summerside. The Palm Beach will handle $64,797. Reminder, it's Governor's Plate Day tomorrow. First race post time, 4 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, from up top of the Summerside Raceway, thanking you for joining us. This is Vance Cameron bidding you a safe journey home.